sir, are you here?
Good morning.
Yes, I am here.
Okay, good
Thank
morning,
you for
sir.
introducing me.
You're welcome, sir. So I would like to welcome our CEO for his opening speech. The floor is yours, sir. You can go ahead.
All right, thank you. Just give me a moment, and I would like to share my screen.
Okay, sir, that's fine.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. Turn on my camera. I hope you guys can see me. And then I
Yes,
will
we can see, sir.
share my screen. Okay, so confirm if you can see my screen also now.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Yes, I can see.
All right, thank you so much. So, firstly, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the various tutors at ICAN Online Tutors that are here today. Thank you very much for joining, and also the admin team also that have made time out of their tight schedule to join us at this event. And lastly, and importantly, the students, both new, old, and prospective students that you've made time to join this educative event. I am optimistic by the end of this event, you will have something to take back that would be helpful for you in your next exams and also in your future endeavors. Thank you once again. So I will begin my speech now. It's a bit long, longer than my usual speeches. Good day, everyone. I would like to warmly welcome every one of you to our ATS ICAN Open Day. It is always a privilege to gather with our students, not just to talk about examinations, but to remind ourselves why we started this journey and why we must keep going. First of all, I want to acknowledge something that every one of us is experiencing. These are not easy times. The economic realities in Nigeria have made life more challenging than many of us imagined. Inflation is high, responsibilities keep increasing, and for many students, balancing work, family, finances, and studies has become a daily struggle. On top of that, professional examinations have become increasingly demanding. Some of you may have written the same paper more than once. Some may be wondering whether you are making progress at all. Others may even be questioning if becoming a chartered accountant is still worth the effort. If you have ever felt that way, I want you to know that you are not alone. Many of us standing before you today have walked the same path. I certainly did. Some of your tutors did as well. We experienced disappointment, difficult subjects, financial constraints, moments of self-doubt, and examinations that did not go the way we expected. Yet we kept moving. Today, we are here not because the journey was easy, but because we refused to give up. This is the message I want you to live with today. Never give up. Success in professional examinations is rarely about being the smartest person in the room. More often, it is about persistence. It is about showing up consistently, learning from setbacks, and believing that your next attempt can be different from your last. One area I would especially like you to pay attention to is your mindset. Your mindset towards your examinations matters more than you may realize. If you convince yourself that a paper is impossible, your mind begins to look for evidence to support that belief. If you decide from the beginning that you hate a particular subject, you unconsciously reduce the effort you put into mastering it. Instead, challenge yourself to approach every subject with curiosity and confidence. Don't label a course as your enemy. Every paper is simply another opportunity to learn and demonstrate competence. Remember, your attitude often determines your altitude. Another important lesson I have learned over the years is the power of studying in small, consistent portions. You don't have to study for 10 hours every day to succeed. Study one topic, master one concept, answer a few questions, revise one chapter. These small efforts may seem insignificant on a daily basis, but over weeks and months, they accumulate into something remarkable. Piece by piece, chapter by chapter, day by day, you eventually build the knowledge and confidence required to pass. Small, consistent progress is always better than occasional bursts of intense study. This is why I always encourage every one of you to prepare early. Don't wait until the examination timetable is released before opening your books. Don't wait until everyone around you starts panicking. Early preparation gives you something invaluable: time. Time to understand concepts, time to practice, time to identify your weak areas, time to ask questions, time to improve. Most importantly, stop worrying about what has already happened. Perhaps your last examination did not go as planned. Perhaps you failed a paper. Perhaps you feel you have lost time. Leave it behind. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can certainly prepare for tomorrow. Every new diet presents a fresh opportunity to write a different story. Focus your energy on what you can control today. At ICAN Online Tutors, we remain fully committed to your success. We are continuously investing in improving our learning management system to make your learning experience more engaging, more interactive, and more effective. We are introducing better features, enhancing the learning experience, and listening carefully to your feedback. At the same time, we will continue working closely with our tutors to improve the quality of our tutorials, teaching methods, and student support, because your success is our success. But while we continue to provide better tools, better technology, and better teaching, there is one thing that no platform and no tutor can do on your behalf. Only you can remain disciplined. Any discipline and discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Many people wait until they feel motivated before they study. The truth is, motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired, many days you won't. Discipline is what keeps you reading when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what makes you attend classes consistently. Discipline is what pushes you to solve another question when you are tired. Discipline is what keeps you moving even when progress seems slow. Motivation may get you started. Discipline will get you to the finish line. As I conclude, I want each of you to remember these simple principles. Never give up. Believe in yourself. Develop a positive mindset. Prepare early. Study consistently in small portions. Learn from every setback. Remain disciplined. Stay focused. Your qualification is closer than you think. The journey may be difficult, but it is absolutely worth it. One day, you will look back at these sacrifices with pride because they shaped the professional and the person you became. Thank you for trusting us to be part of your journey. We appreciate every one of you, and by the grace of God, we look forward to celebrating many more examination successes together. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best in your forthcoming ATS and ICAN examinations. Thank you.
Am I having some round of applause for that?
Yes,
Is
sir.
somebody
They are coming
actually
in.
clapping? Is someone actually clapping?
Yes, we
That
are.
is wonderful. That is absolute. And everybody could actually see that. That is why it is not really easy to really have a CEO and a founder who really understand the game and really understand what each and every individual are really going through and how to navigate through it. You will see, it is not just having a CEO, but a visionary one, the one that can actually drive results. It is not just about what the lecturers, what a do we call it a motivational speaker, are actually saying in class, but what a discipline. When we talk about a discipline, no matter what you are actually given, no matter what you are actually taught, one thing that sets you apart is that discipline. You always wanting more. You always wanting more. You always wanting more. When you have the desire not to even be satisfied with what we want, it is what we really call discipline. When you think, oh, have I actually done everything that I have to do? No, there's just something that I still need to do. It is called discipline. So, my dear all, a round of applause for the founder and the CEO of IoT Academy, Mr. Ridwan Teslim Lion. Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful and brilliant speech. And I hope each and every one of us are quite motivated with that speech. Thank you so much for that wonderful one, sir.
You're welcome.
So, my dear all, permit me to actually move to the next agenda, which is the reason why we are here. A question before we actually begin with the section, which is what actually separates the candidate who passes ICAN or ATS exam on the first attempt from the one who sits the same paper 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and yet they still complain. Ideally, it is rare or intelligent. It is a strategy structure. That is why my founder actually said it actually takes discipline. Okay. Who is actually going to be doing this for us? There's no other person than my panelists. So please, my tutor, am I really having you on ground? Yeah. Why this conversation actually matters is that they are going to actually be telling us the pass rate gap that it is actually real. They will also be showing us some credential open doors to passing our paper. Many people will actually be wondering that why IoT Academy always have their open day. It is always simple. The answer is very simple. Many will be wondering, will we have open day? Will we still have, should we call that one closing day? It's not a closing day. We call it end of the diet session. Why does all those things actually matter? Because we actually want to prepare your mind. We really want you to know the credentials to writing this exam. Unlike other tuition, as mentioned by my CEO, what you get in IoT, you can never get it elsewhere. Go and fact check it. It is not a sugarcoating. Go and fact check. Tell me a tuition center that's going to give you open day and still give you end of the diet session. No. It can only be found in IoT. And it is not just about the classroom. They take you beyond that of the classroom. Some eye-opening stuff that you actually needed to really navigate through your exam. And who is going to be doing this for me? I am going to be calling on my panelists, Mr. Inyanda Abdulwasi. If you are there, can you say hi to me?
Yes, I'm there, sir.
Mr. Inyanda, I can't hear you. I can't see you. Ah, you show now.
But I can
Your
hear
face
you.
don't shine. Thank you so much, Mr. Yanda Abdulwasiu. Mr. Yanda Abdulwasiu is my regular customer. You know what they call the regular customer? It's actually my regular customer. Okay. If you don't know, you can ask why I said it's my regular customer. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yanda Abdulwasiu. Did I have Miss Inni on call? Miss Inni, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Good morning.
Can you
Good
just say
morning,
hi to the
everyone.
camera?
Hey,
Mr. Olatuji Wahab, am I having you on board?
Sorry, I mean, let's see all these people. You can just say their voice, you can't see them.
I can't see you. I tell you that you should say hi to the camera. Let me see you. As you can see me, let me to see you.
I can't see you, sir.
You can't see me.
No.
Maybe that camera is faulty. You should be seeing me.
Okay, can you see me now? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
I
Good
want
ma'am.
morning.
to see everybody.
Nice to see you.
Same here, sir. Good morning.
Aha, nice to see you. You can see how beautiful she is. Beautiful with brainy.
Ah,
Olatuji Wahab, we are aha. You can see them. You will know them by their strategy.
Good morning,
Okay.
all.
Mr. Sadiq, where are you? Are you there?
He'll be joining shortly.
Okay, let him join me now. I don't want shortly. Mr.
Yes,
Guntina, Michael, confirm you're on board.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Guntina. How are you doing today?
Let's see you.
You never show. You never show. Show. Mr. Guntina, you never show. Are you still on bed? By this time, I remember you would have covered 3 classes. That is my tax man. You will see that his head is full of taxation. How was our F 360 for June 30th? I hope my people were able to comply. If they didn't comply, come and arrest you.
We were able to comply, Jared. We were able to comply. It's crazy in the tax space, actually.
Okay. You can hear that, everybody. You will see that I also actually use the professional there. That man is a tax man. You will see. If you look at him, you will see that tax is actually foaming on his head. All right. So, everybody, we are going to actually, while we are waiting for Mr. Asodiq, Mr. Asodiq, are you there now? So in nothing less than 5 seconds for each of the
Mr. Owen, you didn't introduce Mr. Owen, is also on the call.
Mr. Owen, Mr. Owen, that man go find me. He has already asked me for 1 box of phone. He's going to find me. Mr. Owen Amos, are you there?
Hi, yes, I am. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Mr. Yomite. Great to have you all on the call. Thank you.
Yomite, good morning.
Mr. Sadiq is here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Please. Okay. Good morning. Moderator, please. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome on board, sir. I think
Thank you very much.
We had a network glitch. He should be joining shortly.
Network glitch is scared. Where did I see that one? Can you hear me?
Oh, so sorry, sir.
Mr. Yemi, you can't see you also.
I can't see Mr. Uwe. Where's Mr. Uwe Amos?
Uwe is there. But we can't see you too.
You can't see me. What's happening? Okay. So, my dear all, I have my panelists on the call. And my panelists, in nothing less than 5 seconds, I said 5 seconds, just tell me your name, what you take, and just short brief. I don't want an intro. Okay, my time is actually being limited today. My participants actually want to prepare for the next class that is coming up next week. So my time and you is fine. Mr. Yanda, Abdulwasiu, can you go first? A brief intro, nothing less than 30 seconds. Sorry,
okay,
nothing less than 30 seconds. Right on, we've greeted. Move on, sir.
Okay, good day, everyone. My name is Yanda Abdulwasiu, and part of the Word Hierarchy lecture. So I lecture Word Management Accounting and Financial Accounting, basically in Word in skills. So thanks for joining as well.
That's beautiful. Mr. Olatunji Wahab.
All right. Thank you for having me. Good morning, all. My name is Yusuf Olatunji Wahab. I'm not that of Akwala man, but I'm the recent Yusuf Olatunji. So I'm one of the tutors in IoT online.
Thank you, Mr. Olaleka Sadiq. I gave you time. Sadiq, I can't hear you. You are muted. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello.
I'm not your madam, so speak up, Mr. Sadiq.
Okay.
Mr. Sadiq, I can't hear you. Work on your microphone. Miss Ini, you have the floor.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Ini, and I take financial accounting for foundation, business environment for foundation, and audits and forensics for skills level. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Ini. Mr. Uwememos, that's my strategist.
Hi everyone. My name is Uwem. So I think I teach the easiest paper in ICAN to pass, and that's strategic financial management. That's the only paper I know how to teach. SFM.
and that is the easiest paper in ICAN, right?
Easiest paper in ICAN to pass, yeah.
Mr. Uwem, you will see people at your doormat today. Thank you so much. That's Mr. Uwem for you, everybody. Mr. Michael, good evening. Are you there? Mr. Lukunle. Mr. Michael, where are you? All right, my dear, while I'm waiting for others to actually quickly introduce themselves, I would like to throw an open question to my panelists. And the question is, what successful students do differently? What does successful students do differently in ICAN? Who's going first? That is the first question before we actually start with the day. Mr. Sadiq, are you ready for me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, so yeah, a brief one in 30 seconds.
I'm Olaleka Sadiq Bello, so I'm one of the IoT tutor. I take SBL and FR. Thank you very much.
I know you are strategist. Well done, sir. Okay, so my tutor, sorry, not my tutor, my panelist. There's one basic question that I just have for all of you. And before we actually start, I would like to ask the question that what makes success, what successful students actually do differently? Why is the room quiet? You want me to mention name? Mr. Sadiq, you have the floor. Can anybody hear me?
Hello, are you there?
Yes,
no, yes,
I can
hear you. Yes, we can hear you. I think Mr. Sadiq did not hear you. Mr. Sadiq, can you hear us now?
I think he's struggling with his earpiece.
Yeah, I think it's his headphones. So I'm not sure you can hear.
I want to confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
All right. So in just 30 seconds as you required.
No, this one is 2 minutes. This one is 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. So what makes a successful ICAN student to be different from others is that the first thing is that we are different from one another. And for me to be able to achieve my goal, so I have to also think differently. One, by understanding my strength. So if I can be able to identify my strength, let me now strategize on how to able to achieve my goal. So if I'm writing 5 papers and I know that firstly, maybe this is my first time writing the ICAN exam, and it's been a while that I have left academics and I'm coming back to a professional career. So I will first look at my strengths. If my strength can take up to that 5 papers. But if not, life is not a race. Somebody starting ICAN before me doesn't mean that the person will finish ICAN before me. Then, if that is also the case, the exam is being recognized on a credit basis. If I pass my exam in just less than a year, in just less than 2 years, fine and good, we will all become a chartered accountant at the end of the period. So we have to try to understand our strength and build on that strength.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We need to understand our strength and build on our strength. Mr. Yenda, don't you think that is actually not appropriate? How do we really build on how do we really identify our strength and build on it to making a success in ICAN exam, Mr. Yenda?
So, good everyone once again. So just like what my senior colleague made mention, Mr. Olatunji, you know, I always believe one thing personally, that I can't remember everything, just like a normal human being as well. So let's say, for example, now the lecture will start maybe probably next week now. I need to take you for like what now, till October. So I only have the mindset that maybe I won't remember everything, but there are some things that you need to remember. So just like what Mr. Olatunji make mention of, you need to identify your strength in terms of words. There are some of us that are very good in words in calculation, but the theoretical part is the word is a problem. So you know that, oh, I'm good in this particular area. And once you identify your strength, you know, the next alternative things that will come up is your weakness. That, oh, the other area that you also need to work on. So I believe in that word. I believe in that statement to 100%. You need to identify your strength. And from there, you're able to know the weakness, so that you can able to balance the two as you are going into the exam. So from Mr. Olatunji's point of view, I also agree on that. And just like from my own point of view as well, in terms of what a successful student can do better, is about words. Don't read the Pathfinder as if you are expecting the same question. So let's say, for example, now examiner bring a certain topic in the words in one particular diet, and you are praying for that particular topic to also come up. So you don't approach the Pathfinder like, oh, that exact question should also come up. And the second point of mine is about what you also need to know the key topic as well. As a successful student, what you can do different is you knowing the key topic. And as you are starting this particular journey now, there are some certain topic that you have to know. Even by the time you start checking through the Pathfinder, you see that, oh, this topic usually come up. So a successful student as well, you also need to try as much as possible to know the key topic that is required from from each of the subjects. So I think I'll also pass on to my colleague now. Thank you, sir. Mr. Slot, I hope you are there because everybody is depending phone from you. So if not, they need the phone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is really awesome. So who are we passing the baton to? Let me pass it to Mr. Uwem Amos. Mr. Uwem, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am. Right
okay,
here.
Mr. Uwem. You know, Mr. Uwem is actually a strategist, and I can tell you that Mr. Uwem is going to also be doing the justice. Mr. Uwem, we are actually discussing about the heart of this morning, which is actually what successful students do differently. And my question under that will be that what is that one habit that separates a first attempt person from a repeat sitting person?
Okay, so two things for me that I want to highlight. So the first is that a successful person knows what they are going for. So if you're embarking on a journey, you should know what that journey entails and how to get to your destination. So if you, for example, you're doing strategy financial management, which is the only course I know, you should know what strategy financial management is all about and what ICAN requires. What do the examiner require from you? Once you know what is expected from you, and you then need to have a plan to get there. So I see students sometimes you're preparing for an exam, so you don't have any plan for that exam. You don't have a detailed plan to prepare for that exam. So if you don't prepare for that exams for the trip, it becomes very difficult for you to get to the end of the trip. So I always tell students, don't get up every day reading whatever comes to mind. Before you begin prepare for the exams, one of the first steps you need to do is have a plan. Have a 3 months, a 4 months plan to say, if I'm taking 2 papers, I'm taking 3 papers. On Monday, this is my focus. On Tuesday, this is my focus. As at the end of August, this is where I should be with regards to my preparation. As at the end of September, this is where I should be. So a detailed plan allows you to prepare for exams strategically. So you're not finding yourself rushing at the very last minute. And you're also not finding yourself all over the place because you had a plan and you're not distracted. And so that plan leads you to your final destination. So those two things are really key, really. Know what the examiner expects from you, and then have a very good plan to get right to your destination.
Thank you. We should have a plan and know what the examiner is actually expected from you. This will actually take me to also asking every participant on the call, that is all my audience. Do you have your timetable for your study? That is actually a good question for you. As mentioned by my speaker, you must know why you're actually beginning a journey and where you're actually ending to. Obviously, when we do not actually know where we are going, how do we eventually get there? That is the question that we should be asking ourselves. And when you really have a plan towards your schedule, you're going to be avoiding so many things like late minute rush, like you even being distracted, as mentioned by Mr. Uwem Amos. Thank you so much for that, my brilliant one. I hope we are all enjoying our day. You can see what the people are actually saying. So I expect that each and every one of us are also taking note as I'm also jotting on my paper. My book is about to full, but it's not going to be full. Okay, let's go to Miss Ini. Miss Ini, are you there? Can you say hi?
Yes,
Let
sir.
me know that you are there. Okay, Miss
Hi,
Ini,
I'm here.
still under the discussion of the day. Okay, what mistake do you see students repeat most, even when they are clearly capable? You will see people will tell me that, and I know this thing, no. However, I didn't pass it because of this, and that. What mistakes do you see students repeat most, even when they are clearly capable of succeeding in their exam?
Okay, thank you, sir, for that question. I think the mistake students make is fear. They don't trust that they know what they know. And I say this because, like in class,
You can repeat that again.
I said a lot of students don't trust what they know, that they know what they know.
Oh my goodness.
Because you've been taught, you know the principle, you understand. When students come to me DM to ask me questions, they already have the answer, but they are just like they are waiting for me to confirm that they are right or wrong.
That is doubting Thomas, like your might, right?
You know, they are doubting. So it's like they're asking for an affirmation. Missing, is this correct? But I ask, so I throw it back at them. You've applied, you've done these steps, you know these steps. What do you think the outcome will be? Because the beauty about every course is that there is always an outcome when you apply the process and the principles. So if you've done your debit and credit, and even though your trial balance doesn't balance, but you know that you've applied the principles of debit and credit, double entry, and you've posted everything, leave it and move on. You've done your best and you've seen it. So a lot of them don't trust that they know what they know. And so you get there, you are canceling your question, you are rewriting, and a poorly written script also deducts from your mark. I believe, examiners like to see that you know what you are writing.
Can you repeat that again? Can you repeat that? Don't rush that part. Repeat that.
Okay. I'm trying to keep to the 2 minutes. I'm saying that you go to the exam hall, you are
Don't worry,
canceling.
I'm the timekeeper. I'm the give the minutes. I'm the delete time. Right.
Okay. You go to the exam hall, you start question, you've read the question, and you now start what the first line, you cancel, you start, just follow your train of thoughts and write what you know that you know, and you leave it and let it go. So a lot is that fear, the anxiety. If you don't work that out, when you get to the exam hall, you will fail. And I think that also backtracks to the fact that students feel they have not prepared. They go into the exam under-prepared. And the underpreparedness comes from the fact that you are trying to read everything, like Mr. Yonda said. You are trying to know everything instead of understanding what you have been taught. So there's a difference between knowing what you've been taught and understanding what you have been taught. So that confidence, causes you to be afraid. You go to the exam hall, you go and answer question 2 as number 1. You mix up principles. You are afraid basically, and I think that is why a lot of students come out because by the time you settle down and look at the past questions, people that did November 2025, when you look at your past, you'll be like, but I know this one. So what happened? What happened? You know it. So what happened? Yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Thank you so much. Mr. Laleka, Miss Ini actually said the fear of anxiety is actually, the fear or anxiety is part of the thing that also contributes to the students' stuff. So, Mr. Laleka, how do you think students could actually, how can I really frame my question? How do you really think students can actually beat that while preparing for the exam?
Okay, good morning, everyone. I think what they need to do is just to be consistent, and they should exercise perseverance. Consistent in the sense of what Mr. Yoda said, my sister Ini, Mr. Owen, and Mr. Olachijuwa. We are all saying the same thing. Everything you understand, you've been taught in the class, you have to be consistent with it. You can imagine once you start reading, you've straight up a strategy and you are not consistent with that strategy. Believe me, you have issue in the long run. And you being consistent as well, in the long run, you get tired. Let's be realistic. ICAN is on our exam that you read and following day you think that, okay, what I read yesterday, I will still come back to it again. If you are not consistent with it, you can't have the perseverance that you have something at the end of the day. So what I have for you guys is just you have to be consistent with that planning, and also you have to exercise perseverance, because without that, I don't think you can get anywhere, and you must be smart enough. Being smart means that you must understand what is being taught in class. And mind you, if you miss any class, make sure you go back to the video. That is what we call perseverance as well. Do you understand? So I hope everything will fall in place by the time you guys start lecture with IoT. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sadiq. Okay, let me pass it on to Mr. Olukunle. Mr. Olukunle, are you there? Michael. Mr. Mike, are you there? Oh my goodness, everybody, help me call on my speakers. Okay, I have a limited time today. My people really want to prepare for the class that is really coming up. You have actually given us some kind of tips. Mr. Yanda is actually saying we really need to understand what we are actually going to be taught, and not just about we just going through what are actually being taught. In order for me to really understand, another speaker also tell me that I really have to have my own schedule. So today, I really want to make my schedule and prepare for the diet that is actually coming November 2026 diet. Mr. Lukunle, are you there? Talk to me. Somebody should assist me to actually come. Mr. Lukunle. Mr. Lukunle, where are you? Come on. Where are you, Mr. Lukunle Michael? Yes, Mr. Lukunle Michael. Mr. Lukunle, unmute yourself. If you can hear me, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Let me hear you, Mr. Lukunle. Are you there? Michael, are you there? Mr. Lukule, are you there? Oh, Mr. Lukule, I say piano. I say piano for Mr. Lukule. Mr. Lukule has disappeared. Permit me to quickly pass on the baton back to Mr. Abdulwasiu Inyanda. Mr. Abdulwasiu, I hope you are ready. I always trust you. You're always ready for me. Okay. So, Mr. Abdulwasiu, let's take on. I'm still under my question. Mr. Abdulwasiu, you actually mentioned, Miss Ini and Mr. Asadik have started, they have actually shifted my direction to student student anxiety. And I would actually like to pick it from there. So if a student is being discouraged after a failed attempt, this is a question that actually came directly into my DM, and I have even many of my friends in this category. I can really confirm that free of charge. So that is why it's part of my question for my panelists today. If student is discouraged after a failed attempt, what would you say to them, Mr. Inyanda?
All right, thanks so much, Mr. Yamait. So let me go back to what Mr. OMIC mentioned earlier, which is about what strategy. And in strategy, we used to say one question. We used to say that every strategy must give answer to this question. And one of the question is, where are we now? So every strategy should be able to answer that question.
You can say that again. You will know those that are actually a strategist. Okay, you can say that again. More.
So every strategy must give answer to one of these questions, which is where are we now? And the second question that every strategy should be able to give answer to where are we going?
Sorry, sir, you are taking that so fast. I'm the timekeeper. I'm also the time remover. I'm also the time adder. You have to take that step steadily. Okay. Relax.
So the first question is.
Don't match this yet.
All right. No, I'm not even driving.
Match that page. Where are we now? So, ask the question in such manner that you are expecting a response.
Okay. So you need to. The first question is you need to ask yourself that where are we now? Which every strategy, just like every of my colleagues has made mention, maybe in terms of plan, in terms of strategy, is you need to ask the question, where are you now? And the next question has to be
now. Mr. Now.
Maybe I'm a good. So you need to first of all ask that question that or maybe you are just an undergraduate, or maybe some of us we are doing our NYC, or maybe some of my ATS students are here, or maybe some of us you are working now. Okay, that's the first question. Then the next question has to be okay, where are we going? So let's say, for example, now I'm in what now? I'm in Umokoro in Port Harcourt, and I want to go to Bayelsa now. So I know my destination, and my destination is what now? I'm going to what now? To Bayelsa from Umokoro. So once you know where you are going, you want to be a chartered accountant. The next question has to be what now? Which is the third one is, how are you going to get there? Because you can remember the second question is I am in Umokoro now, and I'm going to Bayelsa. Now? I'm going to Bayelsa. So the third question now is how are you now going to get from from Port Harcourt to to Bayelsa? There are different words, there are different means. There's a lot of choice. Someone can trek from from Port Harcourt to Bayelsa. At least someone has trekked during President Muhammadu Buhari, I think from Lagos to Abuja.
Abuja, exactly.
I don't know if some of us remember that.
I do.
You have that choice. And once you have a choice, there's a problem. Just like a decision making.
Oh my
because
goodness.
There's going to be a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of challenges. So don't let us this particular opening date is not just to we are being open to you. There will be that challenges.
Be opened.
Some of us who fail is normal. It's not every student that will write the exam that will pass it. Let's just be honest. So, but the next question now is I don't want to be among that candidate. And let's say, just like the question that I've been asked now is,
which of the candidate, the one that passed or the one that failed?
Yeah, the one that passed. So let's say, for example, now, based on the question now, is the one that failed. So how do you want to bounce back? And some of us that we have not experienced failure before, how can we mitigate it? So getting back to the question now, which is about what someone that failed, how were you able to what now to bounce back? The next question is what, which I'm also going to say, is that you don't give up because you know where you are going. At least, even to be honest, there was one of my students, he failed one subject, it's in foundation, and he failed one of these business environment. You can imagine someone that wrote 4 and he failed one, and it was like, oh, Mr. Wasiru, I don't even know what is wrong. And was like, okay, should I request for my paper to be remarked? And I sent that particular question to Yomite. At least Yomite will say it. Like, okay, because, you know, and if you look at what this is a student that is coming that have engineering background, it's very intelligent. I can, even from our personal interaction in class, I know that so this girl is very, very good. And someone that is not even from accounting, no, is not from finance, is an engineering coming from finance. Now you can see it's entirely a different ballgame. So now you know where you are going. And
sorry, sir, in addition to
going,
that, also confident about what she has written in the exam.
Yeah, she's very confident that, okay, I even tell me that word. Maybe I will show that message to some of my foundation students by the time we start. Like, even finish like maybe 1 hour to the exam. You can imagine someone that finished the exam like 1 hour to the exam and he failed that particular subject. So what am I trying to say in essence is that? And was like, maybe I think I need to leave this. Like, I was like, you know where you are going. So when you know when you are going that, okay, I want to become a chartered accountant, there's going to be a lot of challenges, to be honest with you. Some of us, the challenges may not be from failure. You are very good in academic and you have the time to read. God has blessed you with the memory. But challenges can come in terms of what? Maybe family, you just get married. Maybe some of us, you still have some of your little children that you need to take care of. So how can you bounce back now is about what your motivation, some of your hygiene factors. As your motivation should be, you know where you are going. And we are saying this, and me personally as well, I'm saying this to you now. You know, look at our country as well. Is another challenge on its own. And look at the amount of money that you are paying as well. It's IoT, maybe some of us, you are paying like 20,000 naira for one course. That is a lot. So the challenges of what will come. But one of the things I want you to work now, before some of my colleagues will also come in, is one of the key things I'm going to leave you with is you know where you are going. So even though that challenges will come, but don't stay forgetting. Don't give up. You don't give up because there's to say something that word. You remember the reason why you start.
You can come again on that. I should remember what.
You need to remember the reason why you start. Why do you start ICAN in the first place? Why do you want to become a chartered accountant? Why?
In office, they are giving me small boys to come and be my boss because I do not qualify. Yeah,
so some of us, you have different reasons. Like in my organization now, if you are a chartered accountant, there's a particular allowance they usually give us.
Oh, shit.
So, you know that, okay, so maybe some of the colleagues now, because if you are fully qualified, it's different from someone that just started. So it depends on the number. So if you were, let's say someone in foundation now, the amount that you be paid is different from someone in work, in skills is different from what someone in professional. And once you are qualified, there's an amount that you'll be paying every month, they'll be paying it to you. So you can see now, and I know that, well, maybe my country is not really that good. So that will motivate me that. And that is one. Another thing is that there are some certain level you get to finance that you must have the professional qualification before you can get being promoted. It's part of the JD, that for you to move on to this level, then you must be qualified. So there's a lot of reason that some of us have. Some of us, it may just be for professional development, maybe job related, it may not be on job related, but don't forget the reason why you start. So if the challenge, if you fail any subject, I know some of us here, you failed before, and I've also failed before as well. At least I failed public sector accounting. So, and that's the only paper I failed for my ATS down to ICAN. But you still need to move on. You still need to go and write it anyway. So please, in the nutshell, if you have failed before, I still want you to have this. Don't forget the reason why you start. There's going to be a lot of challenges, but you still don't give up. Just keep trying, and God will make it easy for you. So let me leave it for my colleague to come in now. Thanks so much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Uwem Amos, are you there, sir? I need to quickly manage
Yes, yes, I am. What's Mr. You might, what's the question for me?
I think he has been cut off by network.
Okay.
Yeah. Essay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to Mr. Ariomi.
Okay. Let's just give him some seconds.
Okay.
I'm here. Oh my goodness. I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Who is muting me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you now.
Okay, so Mr. Uwem Amos, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It's actually the same question that we are really discussing, which is, what's that one thing? Sorry, which is, what do you actually have for a candidate that thinks this is actually the end of the road after failing an attempt in ICAN exam?
Okay, so I think Mr. Yanda has made some very good points. So I don't want to repeat some of those points he's made, but I think very important is to assess the motivation for taking ICAN. It comes with a lot of beautiful opportunities, a lot of growth opportunities, a lot of opportunities to really grow in your profession. So that's something and I've really talked about, and I don't want to repeat that. But what I really want to point out is this. If you failed an exam, one of the things you should do is relax. Just relax. And I think you see, has mentioned it, that a lot of people have had to fail exams before, so relax. Now, the second thing you need to do after you pick yourself up is, I always tell people that you need to find out why you failed. That's because if you do the same thing over and over again, you don't expect a different result. So sometimes students tell me, but I wrote everything. I think I got it right. Relax. The pathfinders are out. Take a look at the pathfinder. Compare it to your response, your answer, and you find where the problem lies. Sometimes it might be as easy as maybe you got things mixed up, you had poor time management, or you might just clearly see why you failed. It might be the result of maybe knowledge, maybe you didn't know what you were meant to do. It might be the result of the way you approach the question, the technique, or something. So once you can figure out why you failed, which is very important. So I won't tell students, if you fail, you need to really understand and know why you failed before you do it. So once you know why you failed, you can then take steps to fix why you failed. So let me give you a typical example. So if you failed because, for example, you didn't get to finish the question, that means that you have a problem with time management. So what that means is that if you're preparing for that exam, what I would typically advise that you do is try to be solving or practicing questions under timed condition. So if you pick a question, can you time yourself? Initially, you might struggle with keeping up with time, but because they say practice makes perfect, with time, you definitely align. So you're able to fix that problem because you know that that's the problem. Now, if the issue you had was because you just didn't know the topic, you didn't know the answer to the question. So could it be it's because you didn't start preparing on time? And if that's the reason, can you start preparing earlier than you did the previous diet and be consistent? So ICAN will typically release result 5 months to the next diet. So you have 5 months. And if you have a good plan, and if its knowledge was the issue, you could have like three very good months of extensive preparation, and then you have 1 month of revision. And then you still have some few weeks to still play around as well. So in summary, what am I saying? Relax, try and figure out why you failed, and take steps to fix it, and you'll be fine. And very soon, all of those will just be things of the past. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Relax. Okay, this will make me to actually pass it to Mr. Olalekan Asodik. Mr. Olalekan, I really want you to share a moment when you almost gave up and what kept you going.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So actually, the moment I will share was the period I wrote my professional level. I think the first time, even though with all the plans put in place, I wrote the entire 5 papers and I just passed one. I just passed one out of 5 papers. So that means I have 4 left. So I failed 4 papers. And you can imagine there's a kind of discourage that, with everything I put in place, I read, I taught people, and that I still have to fail again. How come? So what I did the other night, I strategized. So I avoid being overwhelmed by other people. So I need to look into the loopholes of what makes me to feel there. I thank God. I passed 3. You can imagine, another night, I passed 3 papers and still fail 1 again. So just for you to know that failure doesn't determine that you don't know anything. No. So ICAN is a kind of exam that will rebrand you. And do you understand? And you don't know what opportunity lies in the future for you as a result of you failing and the like. So it's always bring a better part of you. So in the long run, so when I'm now sitting for the last paper, which is a SFM, even though it was my best subject then, so it was the last paper I wrote, and thank God I now passed. So you just have to be consistent and don't see yourself as if that once you fail 1 paper, that's the end of the scenario. So like my brother have said, Mr. Yoda, just have to set a target for yourself. Where are you going? What is the purpose of doing this thing? And what is your own dream as regards you being a chartered accountant? And so that's just what I have for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Asodik. Mr. Olukule, are you there? While I'm waiting for Mr. Olukule, let me quickly pass it to Miss Ini. Miss Ini, as we all know that this is actually open day, and minimum students actually have about 3 months before the examination. What do you think students should be prioritizing at this moment? Miss Ini, okay.
I'm here, I'm thinking, what you should be prioritizing now. For me, okay, like a relationship, compatibility. Are you compatible with IoT? For some people like physical classes, that rigor of going for physical classes. Me, I'm an online learner. I prefer to learn online, and I didn't know that on time. So I was always, in fact, at a point, I think I registered with 2 tuition houses when I was doing my exams. So I would do 7 a.m. somewhere for SFM. Then I'll run to another place to go and do audit at 2 p.m. So you can imagine the physical toll it took on me. Of course, that diet, I didn't pass any of them. So are you compatible? What's your learning style? What's your learning style? I think you should know that early now. You should have known that by now. If you're just starting, for those of us that are just starting ICAN, what's your learning style? Can you learn online or would you like the physical rigor? So know that first before you commit to any, like say, commit to any relationship, because the person that teaches you is very, very important. The person that teaches you is very, very important. It can either make you hate or love the course. And how can you pass a course that you do not like, or whom you don't have that rapport with the lecturer? Not to say that you shouldn't be disciplined. You should be disciplined though, and irrespective of the lecturer, want to pass your course. I mean, is your career, is your journey. It's like saying you want to resign from your office because you don't like your boss. But this one, you're at liberty to choose. Literally, you're at liberty to choose where you go and how you spend your money. So find out your compatibility score with your tuition provider, or with your teacher. And yeah, that's the first thing. You said, what's the first thing? That's the first thing I would do, Sha. To know how I learn. How do I learn? How do I like to learn? Am I the kind of person that will just take what the teacher's note says and that's it? Or am I the kind of person that go beyond the class and read more, try to understand before the next class. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that brilliant one. So permit me to call on Mr. Olukunle. Are you there now? While I'm still waiting for Mr. Olukunle, permit me to actually shift it to Mr. Olatunji Wahab. Mr. Olatunji, can you hear me? Mr. Olatunji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Olatunji, what study techniques would you advise students that are really preparing for the ICAN examination, knowing fully well that this is open day and it's about the beginning of the new diet? What's the student techniques that you would advise for the student preparing for the ICAN exam?
All right. So for those that are preparing for the ICAN examination, so I know we are in different categories. We have the categories of those that are writing for the first time. We have the category of those that are coming back to maybe to their final level, and some that have reference, 1 or 2 reference to write. But for the category of those that are writing for the first time, so we like you to understand the methodology of this exam. And what is the approach to this exam? The approach is as simple as you make preparation for the examination. And how do you prepare for the examination? You need the right resources for you to prepare ahead of the exam. So the exam is designed in different methods. For those that are writing the ATS, you have sections that you are going to prepare for the examination. For those that are writing the professional, either the foundation, skills, or the final level, there is also a strategy, or there is also a model for the examination. I think for the ATS, you have a section of objective and section of theory. And for those that are writing the professional, starting from the foundation, the skills, and the professional level, you're having 3 sections. The first section, you have what is it called? Theory. They are all theory at that level. Okay, sorry, I don't know. I think the foundation are also having objective section. But for skills and the professional level, you're having 3 sections. Section 8, you have a compulsory question. Section B, you have options of 2 questions out of 3. And section C, you have option of 2 questions out of 3 as well. And you need the resources that will guide you on how to write this exam and make it as easy. And what are the things you need to do? You follow the right path. You joining ICAN online tutor adds to one out of the advantage that you are going to have as an edge over others. We guide you, we put you through, we show you what it takes for you to write the examination. And for those that are coming back to either write their reference paper or write their outstanding paper. So all other tutors have guided us and given us an overview of how it looks. But that is not the end for those that are having one reference or the other. Having a reference is not a crime, most especially when the professional body have even made it easier. It is not at the level at which you pass, you fail one, you fail all. It's at the level that the number of credit that you acquire, it should be recorded in your credit, in your result as a credit. So coming back to write that your last paper, you have to also do what? Follow the guidelines. You will have learned from your previous mistakes. But now, what are the things that I need to do better for me to pass this exam at once or at my convenient expectation? But what you need to put in place is that how to balance your work with that of your examination. We understand almost 80 to 85% of those that are writing this exam are working class. So but try as much as possible to look for a way to balance this up. And the IoT admin, they are always there for you to also guide you. And they have also designed the program in such a way that you are not going to be use one to affect the other. Use your professional career to, your professional exam to affect your work. So they have designed it in such a way and the manner at which you are going to have it as if. So try as much as possible to follow all the rules and regulations and the assistance with the support that will be given to you as you plan towards this diet. So thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Latuji Wahab. That has actually taken me to another question for Mr. Ayanda. Mr. Ayanda, how do you really think participants could maximize the benefits of IoT while balancing their work with their family life and their academic life?
Okay, thanks so much, sir. So I think all of the things that you can do to maximize the benefit of IoT is IoT usually give you what access to like 2 diets. So meaning now that what now, let's say you subscribe for what now for November 2026 diet. So the recorded word class of 2 diet you have access to. I think I'm sure of that because I also downloaded it on my phone. So you can always go back to a minimum of what, if I can remember, a minimum of 2 diet. I think Mr. Ridon, right? So you can always go back to a minimum of what of
Yes.
2 diets, what to check it. That so meaning now that what, let's say for example now I'm taking what now financial accounting. So this diet, and most of the time, just like let me speak from financial accounting, the syllabus, there's not really any big difference from the old one to the new one. So majority of the topic is still the same. The double entry is still the same. So you have access to the previous diets. So meaning now that, for example, now if your lecturer has given you that, oh, the next topic is going to be what now? Trial balance. So you have that option of going back to the last diet and check, okay, let me even watch the video of trial balance that was taught in the last diet. So I think that is one of the key benefits, that you have access to previous diet video. And another benefit from IoT, from my own point of view, is also in terms of the class is recorded. So recorded in terms of even if you are not able to attend the class, you still have the option of going back to the recorded video of checking out what really happened during the class, and you can able to catch up. Because I can remember some of my students, at least just like one of my colleagues make mention of, majority of people that are doing this ICAN are working. So let's say 80%. So and sometimes maybe some of us, you still work Monday to Saturday. And you know the level of concentration that you're going to have, even let's say you are in office today, compared to someone that is only work Monday to Friday. So, but you can still able to catch up on what was discussed in the class. So in terms of what are the 2 things that I've highlighted now? You have access to the recorded diet, then the class is also recorded so that you can able to go back to it. And I think that is really what. And another thing, which is also from the IoT world admin, is also you also have multi-choice that you can practice in terms of at the end of each of the topic. I think IoT has developed a learning management system whereby you can just test your knowledge. And I think that is really wonderful. So that is some of the words from my own point of view that you can benefit of enrolling in IoT. Because I can remember during my own time as well, I think I was in school, and I usually I have a tab then I can always remember. So much of the words, there's a particular video I usually use then is by London School of Business and Finance. So they have a YouTube channel then that you can always watch the recorded. Because I'm still in school, so I still need to go back to Ilorin to attend class, and my school is in the Kwara North. So going back to school and coming back sometime, I can always use the video to always prepare, even though if I don't have time to attend the class. Thank you, Mr. Emery.
Thank you so much. That will actually take me to one of my panelists that I haven't called for long, and that is Mr. Ridwan Idoulayeni. Though he's my boss, but he's actually one of my panelists today. Mr. Idoulayeni, Mr. Abdulwasi Yada actually spoke extensively on how participants could maximize the opportunity and the various channels that IoT Academy really have. What changes does IoT actually put in place to enhance the student learning experience in this coming November 2026 diet? I could.
Okay.
All right, sir. Do you understand my question, sir?
Yes, you mean the changes to the learning management system?
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for
Mr. Yeda
that.
actually spoke about IoT even having multiple choice question and answer. And during your speech, you mentioned that we are also having some plugin like some AI that can also enhance the student learning platform. Can you please tell us what changes and benefits is IoT adding to the learning experience of participants in this November 2026 diet?
Okay, so as at the end of May 2026, we introduced two new features to the learning management system. One is the quizzes and the flashcards. And I want to tell you guys something. Don't take these features like they don't mean anything, because somebody made a comment that really upset me in one of the groups sometimes ago, where the person is saying, is it AI that was going to write the exam for us? And this is what we are also saying about mindsets. Don't have this kind of mindset. These features are there to assist you. You might not take them so seriously, but I can tell you that they would make an impact. So we want to get feedback on them. That's why we have introduced them to you guys. We noticed that a lot of you did not use them last diet. Well, we don't know why, but we want to give you that excuse of maybe because we released it quite late. I think we released it in April, but some of you guys used it, and the feedback we got from those that used it is that it was very helpful, even for them in passing their exams. So we want to urge you guys to use it. It doesn't take, we're not saying put all your concentration or all your efforts on it. But for example, you just finished learning a topic, go and use that quiz and the quizzes and the flashcards as a refresher. It's going to help you like a refresher, know that, okay, it's not like we're telling you that these are the questions, this is the way the questions will be set in your exams, but it could be a quick refresher for what you just learned before you now do maybe a practical question. You now go to your Pathfinder. So use the quizzes, use the Pathfinders. For those in foundation level, I can assure you that those quizzes are going to be very helpful, because I know that multiple choice questions at the foundation level is, I think, 20, which I want to believe, 20 marks. So, and if you do that very well, 20 marks means that you already have almost 50% of what you need to pass your exams. And Mr. Ian, I don't know, is there still short answer questions also at the foundation level?
No, it's in the ATS that we have short answer.
Okay, that's in the ATS. Okay, so no more short answer questions.
Yes.
Okay, but the flashcards will also help you as a refresher. And the way we did those two features is that if you do the quizzes and you fail, or even if you did not fail, by the end you complete the quizzes, we have put explanations, well-detailed explanations to tell you that this is the explanation of the answer. Read those explanations also. Don't just neglect them. Don't just say, oh, I've done the quizzes, I scored 15, I did very well. Go and read the explanations also. The explanations will help you understand those topics better. And if you have any suggestion or recommendation on how we can improve these features, we are happy to get this feedback from you. So for this November 2026, we want to introduce a new feature, two new features actually, that we believe are going to be very helpful very powerful and very helpful. But Mr. Oyemi, I can tell you that I'm not sure whether we are going to introduce it, but we will try from our own little end. You understand? And we've been having this discussion with some of the existing students on why we needed to introduce it, but we've not really gotten a positive feedback. It's like students want it, but they are not ready to pay extra so that we can push out this feature. So the AI tutor, we're hoping to introduce AI tutor and AI mock exams. And these two tools are very powerful in the sense that the AI tutor is going to help students to like ask questions outside the class, outside the group. Yes, they can still ask questions within the class, but you know, sometimes, Mr. Uyemi, you're unable to take all their questions. You're unable to take all their questions because they are maybe too much for you.
Sir.
And sometimes they put them in the group, there's a distance, all those things are helpful. But the AI tutor means that anytime, any day, anywhere, they will be able to ask their questions and is to give them a detailed response that the kind of response that examiners want to hear when they write their exams. That's one on the AI tutors. Then the AI mock exams also, because of the volume of students we have every diet, we are unable to give them a tailored feedback on each of them. The AI mock exam also is going to give them a personalized feedback on their weakness, the mistakes they made when they took the mock exams. It's supposed to increase their participation in mock exams. And you know, it will give them feedback and they'll say, oh, this topic you need to improve on this. This is the way you should have answered. Instead of you answering this way, you need to improve on this. This is what the examiner expected of you. So these two features are powerful and they are supposed to help students. It's supposed to help increase their chances, increase the chances of students passing their exams on the next attempt. But what we can hear students saying from our engagements, from feedback, is that yes, they want these features, but they're not ready to pay extra. But yes, of course, we still, because we love our students and everything, we are still working, striving on our own, even despite that we've not been able to implement that increment to implement these features. We are still working on it, and hopefully we're able to introduce these features, but we can't guarantee students this diet. But if it doesn't come up this diet, definitely next diet, we're going to have it.
Thank you so much for that wonderful one. The one thing about strategy and implementation is actually the cost that is involved. And however, many has actually been kicking against it, but participants really needs to understand that there is nothing good without having its cost. And improving the student's learning experience is actually the best for, it's a win-win for both of us, both the academic and also for the participant. What this actually does is that, one, it's actually level with the standard learning experience, and two, it's also improve individual. Reason, I'm just coming out from my lecture. I have more questions to actually practice on. I am seeing the question as the examiner is asking, and I am actually, even though it is actually a multiple choice question, that is also answering to some short answer question and what ICAN are actually asking directly in the exam. Most of the challenges, if I have to look at AAAF now, it will be after giving an elongated case study, it will now be what are the risks that are associated with that. Then all this would have also been answered through our question and answer on the learning platform that we actually develop. However, cost is also associated. The Lord is actually our strength. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you to our distinguished panelists. This is where I am going to actually be drawing the curtain for my panel discussion. I believe that everyone here has taken away practical lesson that can immediately improve their preparation strategy for the November 2026 diet. Remember, everyone, that success leaves clues. learn from those who has actually gone ahead, which are actually my panelists that has actually given us a wonderful speeches and presentation today. Thank you so much, everyone. I am Oriyomi Kasali. We shall be going to the next discussion. Thank you. Miss Rachel, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you so much. And also thank you to our wonderful tutors who took our time from their busy schedule to show
Sorry,
up
Miss
today.
Rachel, sorry, please. I would like to actually take 2 or 3 questions from my participants so that they can actually ask my panelists some questions before I finally release them. Apology for that, please. So if you have any question, you can actually drop it on the chat box or you raise your hand. Let me take 2 or 3 questions from my listeners. If you have 2 or 3 questions based on what they've discussed, please signify by raising your hand. Okay, I have some hands being raised here. I would like to pick them one after the other. The first one is...
I think in one year has been using. Yeah, I think that has been up for some time. So
okay, Nwanya, please. Nwanya, unmute yourself and talk to me. Good afternoon. Don't worry, everybody. I have rules for taking your question. Rule number 1 is that when you are not called, do not unmute yourself. Unmute yourself when you are called, and you only have 30 seconds to ask your question. Plus, save all the greetings. All the protocol are duly observed. Save the greetings, just go directly to your question. And please be professional with your question. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. That is actually my rule for taking your question. Iwanyanwu Priska, you have the floor.
Okay, so my question is on the quiz, because the quiz platform, I've tried using it before when I was in skills. I used it, but the question there are just based on, I'm looking at the quiz aspect, are just based on what is this, you understand it. So now I'm in professional and I went to the quiz section. It's still the same mechanism with the one of skills. I think because professional exams are more of your evaluation of things, your judgment, your decision, but the quiz is still as basic as that of the skill level. So that's what I think maybe we should move it from the OBJ kind of aspect to more of a short answer that maybe when you are done, whatever you write, when you are done, maybe there will be an answer, then you look at it to match what you've answered. You understand? So I don't know if...
Yeah, so thank you. I'll quickly answer that. So Priska, so thank you. So like I said, when I was speaking earlier, I said the quizzes are like a refresher for you. So not necessarily for you to say that it's going to prepare you for your exams. Sorry about that. So it's not actually preparing you for exams. It's a refresher of what you have learned. You understand? So this one you are talking about is actually the AI mock exams. You understand? This is where the AI mock exam, which is another feature we're thinking about introducing now to the features we have. So the AI mock exam now, you can now take a real mock that is based on your exam standards and get an immediate response on that. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that answers your question.
In addition to that, what we did in Last Diet was just to give a kind of a demo for us to really see how it works and get some feedback so that we'll be able to also introduce the advanced one, which is what we are trying to introduce now. Okay. Thanks so much for that, Priska. I hope that actually answered your question. If the answer is yes, I'm moving on to the next person that is also raising hand, and that is Promise. Promise, unmute yourself. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So, okay, please, I'm moving to the skills level right now, and I don't want to write the 6 papers at once. So, I don't know whether our tutor can help me with the 3 papers I can write for now. And note, I like calculation course more than the theory course. So
that is a wonderful question. Okay, and I have someone that will actually do some justice to that as well. Mr. Yanda, will you be able to actually do justice for that?
Yeah, I think someone asked this particular question. Even I think they sent it to the admin, and the admin sent it to the tutors. So if it is from my own hand, I think the first one I'll take financial reporting, which is at the FR. I'll also take what? I'll also take financial management, and I'll take audit. So I'll say FR if it's from my FR. Then I will go for financial management. Since you like calculation, then you just bring another word, non-calculation, because there's public sector and there's also what audit. But from starting with it, sometimes we need to start with something that is a little bit little. So since you are not someone that really like that theory very well, because public sector is more of theory as well, but there's a calculation there, and the calculation in public sector is a little bit easy. So, but the theoretical part is much. Even I can remember sometimes ago, maybe some few years ago, I saw this on the study park of what of public sector, and I was like, so even to be honest, Mr. Olatunji and the word people that, and I was like,
Oh
so
my
it's almost like 1,000 page, and I was like, so, and like promise that you make mention, at least it's one of my students in foundation, so you can what I'll just take audit because but promise, don't forget, you still need to pass everything, and you have to you have to balance everything as well. So you don't like it, please, you have to like it. And that's just one thing I will say at the end of the day. Please, you have to just have that mindset now, because I know in your foundation you are very good in calculation. I can say from your MA. So, but please, as you are going on now, please have that mindset that you have to like everything. You have to, because most of the time it's 50-50. So don't always give. And this message is for every one of us as well. Please don't always rely on that calculation alone. Make sure that you like that theory, especially some of us that we are coming from calculation area. So I think FR, financial management, and I think I will take audit, because the theoretical is a little bit low. Then you know that by next year you'll be battling with PSAF, and God will make it easy for you.
Amen. Thank you so much. Sunday, unmute yourself and talk to us.
All right, thank you. I just want to ask in regards to the last speaker, I'm having issues with PSAF, and one of the issues I'm having is that I've written it twice, and the challenge I'm having is that I always use the initiative I have on FR, so I believe that I can also apply it on PSAF. So I always concentrate on the theory aspect, but when I get to the exam, I don't just know. After writing all my writings, I'll just see that I don't have the mark. So I don't really know, is there any strategy or concept that someone can apply on PSAF? Because this is my second time of writing and I did well, but the result is not showing. So I don't know if there's any strategy that someone can apply to just get it once and for all. So that's just my question, sir.
Thank you so much. I would actually like to participate, two of my panelists to provide a response to this. Mr. Olatunji Wahab, my PSAF strategist, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Olatunji, what is happening that my person cannot pass PSAF twice? What's going on in that PSAF? Are you guys using it as a control paper?
It's nothing like that.
Okay.
Just as Mr. Iyanda mentioned, public sector accounting and finance, he said you have 1,000 pages. Now it's about 1,200 and something pages now, because they have added some new topics and new subtopics to the syllabus. But what it takes is that while taking the class, I usually encourage the students that they need to also familiarize themselves with current trends, most especially in in the economy. And that is part of what examiners usually look at when it comes to public sector accounting and finance. There's no how. So currently now, part of the current trends in the economy, government are looking at we're having how to fight against corrupt practices in the economy. And there is no period that governments are not fighting against or corrupt practices in the economy. So that's one out of the current situation that is happening in the country. Then so many other things, like part of the introduction now, at a trend on how to block some of these loopholes. Government introduced UCAS. Before, we have IPPIS. The IPPIS is for payroll personnel, integrated payroll personnel information system created by the government in order to block the act of what? The act of corrupt practices having ghost workers in the public sector. But that is not enough. Government look at it in another way. Some university lecturers go against the system. So that is part of the reason why government introduced UTAS, the payroll system that is basically for the university system. And part of the reason is that government still identifies some corrupt practices in the academic level. Having some lecturer that's supposed to be recognized as one, but one lecturer will be recognized as 4 or 5 and be having federal government allocation salary in different parastatus. So government now introduced UCAS, which mandates all universities to be part of the government to be able to identify all lecturer being recognized at the federal or at the state or at the local government level. The reform is to reduce the act of corrupt practices. So what we need to put in place. And we are trying as much as possible to also encourage us. As the module is so wide, we break it down. In fact, last night, I was surprised that we were able to even attend to 95% of the syllabus. I was surprised. But what made us to achieve that? We started early. That is one aspect. Then the other aspect, when where the questionnaire asks is that, can you add or can you make use of the knowledge you have in your financial reporting with that of your, what is it called, public sector? Yes, I will tell you 100%. Yes. The only thing that is different here is the application. And under the public sector, you are not using any application. You are not going to practice IPSA at your level. It is only expected when you go to practice that you are going to be making use of all these IPSA. But theoretically, there is no difference in what you are taking in your financial reporting standard with that of public sector standard. What are the difference? Instead of IAS 8, which is talking about statement of change in, is it changes or errors related? My FR or yes, accounting policy. But in IPSA, instead of the number to be 8, in IPSA, they will recognize it as either 7 or 10. That is different. Go and read the terminologies in financial reporting, and also go and read the terminologies in public sector. They are the same terminologies, no changes. What will only be different is what is the application, because most times government sector or public sector will make use of what? Cash basis rather than the accrual basis. While in the conventional financial reporting, you can make use of either the cash basis or accrual basis. But the one that is most commonly used in the conventional financial reporting or corporate reporting is what? Is the accrual basis. But the terminology being used, and that is what will be tested in your IPSA. It is the theoretical that will be tested, but the practical aspects will not be tested at this level because they believe is that will only be applicable to those that is going to be working at the public sector.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Olatunji Abdul Wahab. Thanks so much. So in addition to that, the public sector accounting and finance alongside with FR are synonymous. And I can guarantee that whenever you're doing PSAP, always link your knowledge. Linking the knowledge in the manner that you won't be hard on yourself that you are only doing PSAP. In PSAP, we are going to have some of the PM topics therein, some of the FR topics therein. And then when you're doing the PSAP, you must have the mindset of you working with the government. Working with the government in the sense that everything that we'll be doing will be on cash basis. And then public sector accounting and finance require understanding of the discussion, of the topic rather, just as mentioned by Mr. Inyada. So my dear all, in the next attempt, please focus on understanding each discussed topic and then practice question. Make use of our other multiple question and answer. It started from when they start asking you for the offices of each public office holder, up to you are going to be seeing your investment appraiser. You see that IFSAS is voluminous that you can only link your knowledge of FR to that of the IFSAT. The only thing is one IFSAT 36 can just be IAS 2. That is the only differences that we are having. And with that, by linking knowledge, your next attempt is actually a go. I can confirm to you that there was a time I was preparing for PM, and the question that I saw in my PSAF, which is the same question on investment appraiser and some other things, I read it in PSAF, and that was what they gave me in PM. And that was how I was even able to pass the PM, because it was like, I saw a live and direct question, but that question was practically, I saw it in PSAF Pack. That's it. So all the best of luck in the next attempts. Please don't quit, as mentioned by my speaker. When you know the reason you are starting, you will have your eye actually edge on the go. Thanks so much for that. Abraham, you are raising your hand. Quick, Abraham.
Sorry, the moderator, something up now. Please, I want to make an emphasis on one out of the points that you just raised now. The tutors here have mentioned so many things related to that as well, but I want us to learn from that. Some students believe in Pathfinder and believe and that the examiner the same question 100%. But examiner repeats the same question 100%. The anxiety that we usually have will not make us to do what to attend the question the way we're supposed to attend it. Why? There was a question in financial management last diet. We treated it in the class. Live. I put the question as Amaka PLC. When my students came out, they said that Amaka have disappointed them this time around. The exact question is only the name. It was only the name that was changed, different from what they're having in the exam. But Mr. Yanda have told us here now that we need to understand the subject matter. I usually tell us too, once you know the application, no matter how the question is being treated, you don't have to be fear about how I'm going to apply it. Just like that particular question, Amaka PLC, is on cost of capital, weighted average cost of capital. Once you know your procedure, you have nothing to fear about. Then don't now rely on if examiner brings out a particular question. Once you know the application and the process that you need to follow, you have no problem about it. So please, let us take care of that aspect. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Abraham. While I'm waiting for Abraham, Ibidu, unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, please, I don't know what IoT can do for example, somebody who paid for lectures in February, and maybe for one reason or the other, of course, I didn't get anybody to really advise me on exemption and all that. So I was thinking I could just pay for exemption close to exam. So that was why I couldn't write in May. So, but to my surprise, I was thinking I will have access to what I've paid for. For example, the videos and all that, only for me to be told that exactly 6 months, I won't be able to gain access. Please, is there anything you can do for such a person? Of course, I paid 50K, 20 for one, 30 for one, and I don't know, is there anything you can do for such a person that even if if you are to collect another money, maybe not exactly what we paid before, or Is there a way I can have access to what I've paid for? Is there anything you can do for such a person? Thank you. Because I want to write November diet. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Did Mr. Harry, I mean, just PM?
Hello, Mr. Ariomi, can you hear us?
Okay, let me. I think I will take that question from that person. So,
The
fortunately,
right I don't write does not concern ICAN.
okay.
It ends with a diet. And also, when we know that we are really having challenges of not writing the exam, we need to communicate. Suppose there is communication that, hello, these are the challenges that I'm facing. I won't be able to write the exam early enough. We will have some, what can I call it? We have some reservation for that. And also, IoT also assists in all the registration, starting from what registered as a student member, up to the exemption, up to examination, up to everything. In fact, induction. With the induction, we do everything, virtually everything. And that is why our admin always posts it on the platform, at least once in every fortnight, just to remind us that we are doing this. So, and then we always also post information that we hope you have cleared your exemption, you have registered, so that all these are not going to affect us. During our end of the day sensitization, we still mention that, because that has always been our first thing to mention, that we hope you've all paid for the exam, as that is going to actually be the credential to writing the examination. However, based on the question that is being asked, please, let's take it out of this discussion. Message the IoT admin after this, and we'll look at what to do. Obviously, our discount is currently going on. We always give discount to the current students. However, ensure that you reach out to the admin immediately after this call. Okay, thanks so much for that, Ibidu.
Yes, so let me just add to that. You can reach out to the admin, but we are unable to promise you anything. And this is why events like this are very important for students, so that you know. And I'm sure maybe at the time you are making inquiries, also they would have mentioned that it's limited for one diet. And we've always explained to students why we cannot give you a lifetime access to those videos. We always tell students why we can't give you a lifetime access, because something that maybe you're having a lifetime, it's not a sustainable business model. Yes, take it from me. It's not sustainable for us to give you a lifetime access. If we had started off by giving lifetime access to students, by now most likely we'll be out of business. So the best thing is that subscribe when you are ready to write the exam. And also, we do, if you inform us early, we do give some students the opportunity to defer. So if you know early that you will not be taking the exam, we will give you the opportunity to defer to the next diet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for further clarification. Oluwaseun, your answer is so. Please, after Exhiba, we are going to go to the next discussion.
Good morning, everybody. This is
greeted.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity, Your Might. To all other tutors, good morning, everybody. I just want to chip in one or two. For those that are looking at what courses to write and how to go about it, I think you need to know your strength and you need to know your weaknesses. And I think your strength should be the first thing. So for your first attempt, pick the ones you like so that you would have them in your basket already. That would cheer you up to want to do more. So if you feel like calculations are what you like, please pick the calculation courses, write them, pass them. You have them in your bank already. That would help you with the other ones. I'm not saying that, I'm not overruling what the tutors have said, but you need to show your strength first. You need to show your strength first. And for those that have written 1 or 2 that have failed, I have also failed. And you see that piece of a course, I don't know what they've done to that course. Even me as a tutor, that course showed me Shege Banza. When they say something is Shege Banza, that was what that course showed me. And today it's all history, it's all testimony. So please don't give up. Don't give up. That's your driving force. What made you want to write ICAN? That thing that is really your driving force should be your focus. And don't listen to the sound of the market. You should be focused. You should know what you want to achieve. You should put your mind at it and give it all it takes. And you see that ACA is what having, even to just put it at the back of your name as a chartered accountant is more than enough. The doors that it opens and the privileges it gives. So please don't give up on your dream. So that's all I have for us. You're right. Well done.
Thank you so much. That is my partner in excellence, Ms. Z. Zainab Oluwaseun. Thanks so much for that. Epsiba, your question.
Good morning, everyone. Open to question observed. So let's say you are writing professional exams, you are taking all the courses, and you want to actually ace your exam very well, perhaps possibly get a prize, just maybe. Do you need to like include ACCA in your study? Because when I randomly asked, I was saying, oh, you should also go further by studying with ACCA part. So I want to hear from veterans. Thank you.
This is what we call misplaced priority. However, I will call on Mr. Yanda to quickly provide response to that. Mr. Yanda, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Please, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
While preparing for the professional level exam, I heard that I can always use ACCA. Is it advisable for me to practice with ACCA?
Okay, thanks so much. So let me tell you, the syllabus is the same. So that's one thing. So let's say, for example, now, if I can have cost of capital in what's in ACCA, or let's say, for example, ACCA syllabus on financial management have cost of capital, and I can also have cost of capital. So as a result of that, you may see a question that what ACCA tested, ICAN can also test it. Reason being that the syllabus is what is the same. So if the syllabus is what is the same, there's likely chance that what this one is asking, the other one can ask the same thing. And it's not only open to what to ACCA, maybe CIMA or any professional exam can always do the same thing. Even I can remember during my time, I was doing my ICAN, one of my lecturer on Dr. Saliman, most of the question is usually used for PM is usually from Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, because they have more, India are very good. So it doesn't mean because they have that same topic in what, at least even there are some textbook that you read, especially on variance analysis. The normal West textbook does not really contain that. But if you look at some of the textbook from India, they actually have that word variance. So far that the syllabus is the same, you can solve any word question from any professional exam. And that's why as a lecturer as well, it's very easy to take accounting course. Why is it that it is easy? So let's say I have a performance management class today. I can just put it on Google and search for Institute of Chartered Accountant of Ghana. I will see a practice question, then I will use it because the standard is the same. And so that is the reason. So far that the syllabus is the same, anybody can test the question. And I can remember during my own time as well, I solved some ACCA questions, solved some CIMA, Institute of Chartered Accountant of Pakistan, India, and anything can happen. They can take it from anywhere because it's easy. The standard is the same. So if the standard is the same, I can take a question so far that they are using the same standard. Like, for example, now we have Institute of Chartered Accountant of South Africa. So they are also using IFRS. So the question that they test, I can also adopt it in ICAN as well, because IFRS 16 lists in South Africa is also the same thing as IFRS 16 in Nigeria as well. So it makes it easy for the professional body to just go anywhere and take the question. So far that the syllabus is the same, I can go anywhere and just copy it and amend it. So that's just it.
Thank you so much for that. My idea is going to be That's going to be all the question and answer that I'm going to take in this section. I'm still going to take further questions at the end of this section. If you have urgent question and answer, please use the chat box. Okay, by now, I would like to be passing on to my next, Miss Rachel, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here, present. Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
So everybody, choosing the right learning partner can significantly influence your success in professional examination. So our next speaker will actually help us to understand both the ATS and ICAN program and demonstrate how IoT Academy supports students throughout their journey. Ms. Rachel.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you to our tutors. Thank you for those who asked questions. And just like Mr. Ariomi said, if your question haven't been attended to, please sit tight. You can drop it on the chat box. Our tutors are here. They will attend to them. And also, you can also wait till the next question and answer section, and you can go ahead with your question. So like we move on to the next session, which will be handled by our very own head of admin, Queen Esther Upe, and she'll be talking about a comprehensive overview of ATS, ICAN, and how IoT can support your success. Queen Esther, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Please give me a moment while I share my screen. Okay, please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can, very well.
All right, great. Okay, so yeah, good afternoon once again, everyone. Thank you for joining this ICAN Open Day event. My name is Queen Esther, and I'm the head of administration and customer support at ICAN Online Tutors. This session is about how ICAN Online Tutors can help you succeed in your ICAN journey. And that's because passing an examination like ICAN can be tough, but with the right guidance, it becomes really achievable. So I'm just going to start by giving a brief history of what ICAN is, just for persons who have little or no understanding of what it is. So so ICAN is an initialism for the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, and it's a professional accounting body in Nigeria. So ICAN is currently 61 years. So it was established in 1965 to regulate the practice of accounting in Nigeria. It is a founding and prominent member of IFAC, and IFAC is the International Federation of Accountants, which is a body that regulates accounting profession worldwide. So there are two stages or routes to this professional exam, which is the ICAN. And the first would be the ATS, which is the Accounting Technician Scheme of West Africa, and also the professional exams. So the Accounting Technician Scheme of West Africa can also be called ATSWA, or ATS for short. So this ATS route is for persons with ordinary level certificates. So persons who have WAEC, MECO, and the likes can take this. And then also for those with a higher degree, or not a higher certificate rather, but not a degree certificate. So persons with OND, diploma, NCE, and the likes in any discipline can take the ATS route. So there are three levels to this ATS stage. There is the ATS 1, ATS 2, and ATS 3. Some people call it part 1, part 2, and part 3, but it's all the same thing. And each of these levels comprises of 4 courses, and the examination takes place 2 times a year in March and September. Then at the completion of these 3 levels, an induction ceremony is usually done, and the Associate of Accounting Technician, which is the AAT certificate, is awarded. And also the induction ceremony takes place 2 times yearly, which is sometimes in June or July and in December. So how long does it take to complete this? So ideally it takes about 18 months to complete all levels at this stage. And sometimes it could take lesser than that. So it could take 6 to 12 months for persons with certain qualifications to become an associate of accounting technician with ICAN. The requirements for this registration would be the O-level with 5 credits, including English and Math. So some people combine two, maybe WAEC and NECO, but just know that you must have at least 5 credits in English and mathematics. And then also for persons who have OND, NC, and diploma, you can provide that as well. Then a birth certificate or age declaration is important, and a passport photograph is also needed for the registration. So registrations are done through the ATS student portal, and then there's a form to fill, attach necessary documents, then submit and await your registration number. For the professional exam route, this is for persons with BSc, HND, MSc, MBA, or PhD in any discipline. And then it's also for persons with the ATS certifications as well, or any other professional qualification that is being approved by the ICAN Council. And then the examination takes place twice a year, which is in May and in November also. So there are there are 3 levels to this. So there's the foundation level, the skills level, and the professional level. And the foundation level comprises of 4 courses. The skills level comprises of 6 courses, and the professional level has 5 courses. So the duration for the ICAN exams is also about 18 months to complete all levels, all things being equal as a non-accounting graduate. However, it could take a shorter duration for persons with certain qualifications to become an associate or chartered accountant with ICAN. So then also for persons with some certain professional qualification, it could take about 6 months and even 12 months for accounting graduates from an ICAN accredited institution. So basically, but the minimum duration is 18 months, but it sometimes could take a longer time due to your academic background and if you intend to break the courses and don't take all at once. Then so at the completion of these 3 levels, an induction ceremony is also done where the Associate of Chartered Accountant certificate is awarded, and induction also takes place 2 times yearly, sometime in May and then in November or December. The requirement for the ICAN examination is a minimum of a first degree in any discipline. So it could be a BSc or an HND in any discipline. And then every graduate is qualified to take the ICAN examination, regardless of the course of study or the class of degree. For the requirements, you need your BSc or HND school certificate or a statement of results or a transcript. Then for persons who are coming in from the ATS, you need your ATS certification, or if you are using any other professional qualification to get into ICAN, you also need to provide the certificate for your professional qualification. Then for persons using your BSc or HND certificate and also statement of results, you need to provide an NYC certificate, call-up or a call-up letter or an exemption. So either of these 3 can be provided. And then you need to provide either a birth certificate or an age declaration, a passport photograph, and also a marriage certificate for married females whose names have changed and like they have a different name from what is on their certificates currently. So then the registration process is also similar to the ATS, where you just you make the payment online, complete registrations, and then upload your necessary documents and await your registration number. Then there's something called annual subscription and development levy. And so the subscription is an annual payment made to ICAN to keep your students or membership status active. So the people who pay these are the ICAN or ATS students who they pay these while actively writing their examination. Also for members, they also pay subscription fee. So yeah, the annual subscription is also paid by ICAN or ATS members to maintain a good financial standing with the institute. For development levy, this is typically a one-time payment required by ICAN to support broad development objectives such as infrastructure projects, membership programs, and professional growth initiatives. And it is usually paid by new ICAN or ATS students or members at the registration or induction process. And then it's also, sorry. Yeah, so this is different from the annual subscription, basically. So this means that it is not paid yearly, but it is paid once in 5 years. So yeah, exemption. What does it mean to get an exemption in ICAN? So by getting an exemption in ICAN, it means that you will not be writing some subject, and this is as a result of your academic or professional qualification. And then who can pay for who can apply for these exemptions? So the exemption eligibility requirement is that you must be a registered ICAN or ATS student, and you must also possess a relevant academic or professional qualification that can allow you to claim exemption at the time being. So there are some academic qualifications that you can claim from ICAN. So these are for persons who have BSc in accounting, MSc in accounting, PhD in accounting, persons who have the ATS certificates, persons who have BSc or HND in what's it called now? Insurance, actuarial science, people who have BSc in economics, banking and finance, marketing. I mean, there's like a list, and this is on the ICAN website. You can always visit the website to get clarity, or you can send us a chat for clarity. Then also for some professional qualifications, you can also get exemptions. Persons who are associates of some certain professional bodies like the Chartered Institute of Bankers, the Chartered Institute of Taxation, the ACCA body, and the likes. I mean, yeah, ANAN as well. So there's like a list also on the ICAN website. Then for ATS as well, persons who can claim exemptions for ATS are people who have OND in accounting, NCE in accounting, OND in financial studies or maybe banking and finance, business studies or business administration, people who have ATS from the UK, and also persons who have OND in statistics, insurance, marketing, and the like. So this also can be found on the ICAN website. So for the requirements for the ICAN exemption registration, you need to provide your BSc or HND or MSc or MBA or PhD, any certificate that you're using for that. And then your NYSC certificate. For people who are using like academic, you need to provide NYSC certificates, call-up letter, or exemption certificates. But for persons who are using professional certifications, you do not need to provide that. Then also for the you also need to provide your professional qualification certification as well. So either you are using your BSc or your professional qualification, you need to provide that to ICAN. Then some keynotes here is that exemptions are not automatic. So fees are paid per exempted papers. And then exemptions are subject to approval by ICAN. And then also exemption must be approved before proceeding to register for the examination. So there are various levels of exemptions for accounting graduates. And the first year will be for graduates from non-ICAN accredited institutions in Nigeria. So for persons who have a BSc or HND in accounting, they are eligible for exemption from 3 papers at foundation level. And this would mean that you would be sitting for just 1 paper at foundation level before moving to other levels. And yeah, so if you are wondering if your school is accredited, ICAN actually has like a list of accredited institutions on their portal. So you can also visit the portal to check if your institution is accredited. Then also we have exemptions for persons who have accounting from a foreign institution. So you must have completed NYSC, or you need to provide a certificate of evaluation from the Nigerian Ministry of Education. And then also, if you have this, then you are eligible for exemption from 2 papers at the foundation level. and you'll be required to sit for 2 papers at the foundation level. So there are 4 courses, so you'll be exempted from 2 papers and you write 2 papers before moving to the skills and the professional level. And this is just for accounting graduates only. Then also there's also an accreditation for, there's also an exemption for people who have the ICAN, who have their certificates from an ICAN accredited institutions. So they are eligible for exemptions from all the papers at the foundation level and 1 paper at the skills level. Please note that this is just for BSc or HND in accounting. For persons who have BSc or HND in accounting and also an MSc in accounting, which both are from an ICAN accredited institution, they are eligible for exemptions from the foundation level and 2 papers at the skills level. So this means that they'll be taking 4 papers at the skills level before proceeding to the professional level. And for BSc in accounting, MSc in accounting, and PhD in accounting, and all of them must be from an accredited institution. They are eligible for full exemptions from the foundation level and also from the skills level. So this means that they would not need to write these 2 levels. They'll just be proceeding to the professional level. They are paid and registered for exemption. Then there's also something called the MCAT institution, and this is for persons who have BSc or HND in accounting from these MCAT institutions, which I'll talk about in the next slide. So they are eligible for full exemptions also from the foundation level and also the skills level. So they are going to be proceeding to the professional level and taking all 5 courses there. So MCAT is an initialism for the Mutual Cooperation Agreement with Tertiary Institution. And this is an agreement between an institution and ICAN where students who are graduates of accounting from these institutions, there's a list of this institution also on the ICAN website. So students who are graduates of accounting from these institutions are eligible for exemption from the foundation and skills level, and they will only be writing the professional level courses. So let's proceed to talk about the ICAN professional examination syllabus that was reviewed last year, November diet. So I'll start by saying that at the foundation level, management information was replaced with management accounting, and then business law was renamed corporate and business law, and then business management and finance was renamed business environment. At the skills level, a new subject, financial management, was introduced, and then audits and assurance was renamed audit, assurance, and forensic to allow enlarged treatment of the forensic parts. And then also corporate strategic management and ethics was removed from the examination structure. However, some aspects of this subject are integrated into strategic financial management at the professional level. So at the professional level, corporate reporting was changed to strategic business reporting to accommodate the new sustainability reporting standards issued by the International Sustainability Reporting Board. And then also strategic financial management now includes some aspects of strategic management and risk, which is taken from corporate strategic management and ethics. So there was also a review of the clause from the previous. So from the previous syllabus, there was a clause that stated that no candidate who failed a particular subject in the professional examination, either at the foundation level, at the skills level, or at the professional level, would be exempted from the same subject after additional qualification or certifications that would normally qualify them for the exemption have been acquired. So the council had provided a waiver to this clause under a revised policy where students can now provide a valid evidence such as an additional qualification or certification that would normally qualify them for exemption may now be granted exemption for that subject. So I'm just going to break this down clearly. So in the previous syllabus, it meant that, okay, for example, someone registers for ICAN and took probably the foundation level, and maybe the person had a BSc in maybe just a regular BSc and didn't have like to claim exemption and all of that. And the person took the exams and for some reason they didn't pass it. They had to take a break and moved on with other qualifications, probably got a higher certification like an MBA or an MSc, or even went ahead to get maybe ANAN and all of that. And probably they know that they've already failed these courses at foundation level. So before, even when you come back to claim this course, even when you come back with your higher certification, you need to clear up the courses that you had written and failed before, because you can't move to the next level without clearing them. But currently in this new syllabus, the waiver for this clause states that you can now provide your additional certifications to claim exemptions, even though you had failed those courses before. So you can be granted exemption to move further to take up other courses that is available using the exemption that you have. So let's proceed to this. So these are the courses for the new syllabus at each of the levels. So the foundation level still remains 4 courses with business environment, financial accounting, management accounting, and corporate and business law. For the skills level, financial reporting, audit assurance and forensic, taxation, financial management, performance management, public sector accounting and finance. And at the professional level, strategic business reporting, advanced audits, assurance and forensics, and strategic financial management, and also advanced taxation, and lastly, case study. So let's proceed to IoT Academy, which is also called ICAN Online Tutors. So we are an e-learning platform. We provide tuition for persons preparing for professional examination, such as ICAN, ATSWA, ACCA, CISA, and CITN. Our mission is to continually provide tuition for these persons preparing for the professional exams using technological advancements and innovation. At IoT Academy, we use a blend of video lectures and interactive live online sessions to equip students for their exams. The video lecture covers comprehensive topic areas, and this can be viewed at your pace, while the live classes are held at the weekends. All the classes are recorded, ensuring that missed sessions can be revisited at your convenience. And then also you receive access to carefully prepared lesson notes from our tutors. If you have questions, this can be addressed during the live classes or within a designated discussion forum. So no matter your budget rather, or your study style, we have a perfect ICAN preparation plan awaiting you. These are the study plans we have for both ICAN and ATSWA. We have 4 plans, which is the basic plan, the standard plan, the premium plan, and the enterprise plan. So each plan is designed to help you pass your exams in one sitting. So all you need to do is just choose which works best for you. And also you can also choose different plans for different courses. So at the basic plan, this gives access to video lectures from the previous and current diet, which is accessible for about a minimum of 6 months. And then you also have access to these on laptops, smartphones, and tablets. For this plan, the video lectures are not downloadable. You can only stream on your mobile device or your laptop. And then you'll be given access to lesson notes, quizzes and flashcards, the ICAN or ATS study packs and pathfinders, which are in soft copies, and other study materials. And then you also have access to technical and administrative support. So this is a summary of what this plan. So this plan just gives full access to pre-recorded videos. So like I mentioned previously, you just be streaming. You also have access to the study packs and pathfinders and then the quizzes. So this plan is best for persons who are self-starters and budget-conscious students who prefer to study entirely at their own pace and have a reliable internet connection. So remember, you can't download, but you can always watch them whenever you are available to do that. Then for the standard plan, this gives access to video lectures from the current and previous diets. You also have access to this for a minimum of 6 months. Then also accessible on laptops, smartphones, and tablets. And for this plan, the videos are downloadable on mobile devices and tablets. You have access to lesson notes, quizzes, and flashcards. And then you also have access to the ICAN and ATS study packs and pathfinders and other study materials, and then technical and administrative support. So this plan is everything in the basic plus the download features. So you have access to download, and then this is for students who need flexibility to study without incurring data costs, or when their internet connection is poor, so they can download once and watch anytime within the time frame for payment. Then also for the premium plan, this gives access to the live classes which are held on Microsoft Teams at the weekends, and you also have access to the video lectures from the previous diets and also this current diet, and it's also accessible for a minimum of 6 months. You'd have access to these on your laptop, your smartphones, and tablets. The videos are downloadable on mobile devices and tablets. You'd have access to lesson notes, quizzes, and flashcards. Weekly assignments will be given. There's a designated course group and a peer-to-peer learning group. You'd also be given access to the ICAN study packs and Pathfinder, and revision classes, mock exams, technical and administrative support is also available for this plan. So yeah, summary of this is that everything in the standard plan is here, plus the live classes which are held at the weekends. You have revision classes and mock exams, and you also have a tutor-led discussion group for instant support. So this is best for students who want the highest chance of passing and
Not audible anymore.
Mr.
Hello,
Oriyomi, I think Kunesta has Pinel.
Let me reach out to her.
Yes, please reach out to her. I think it's our network.
I can't hear you.
Okay, so while we wait for Kunesta to come back, we can take a few questions quickly as it relates to our services. So, as it relates to our presentation. So while we wait for her to come back, so we take a few questions. Like I said, it has to relate
I'm so
to.
sorry.
Okay,
I'm
she's
back
back.
now. Yeah, sorry, my network.
Good afternoon, please. I still want to ask a question, sorry.
Yes, just hold on, please. She's back.
Okay,
Let her finish her presentation.
Customer support.
Please mute your mics.
Yes.
Grace, please mute your mic.
All right, go ahead, Kunesta.
Okay, please
Finish up.
a moment while I share my screen. Okay, please confirm if you can see my screen now.
Not yet.
From my end, not yet. Okay, we can see it now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
All right. I apologize for that. My network has been like crazy. Okay, so I was talking about the premium plan, and I mentioned that this is for students who want the highest chance.
Hello, Kunesta.
Hello, Kunesta.
Which is, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. It was breaking earlier.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the enterprise plan is it's an advanced package plan designed for organizations, teams, or users who need advanced features, and then it is tailored for trainings and consulting solution, which is designed for both organizations and individuals. It provides flexible learning options, and also this could be physical or online or even hybrid, depending on your on what you want. And then this plan covers corporate or group or executive or one-on-one training. I mean, like, basically it's just customized based on your specific needs. So you can always reach out to us for a quote for this plan. So we're going to proceed to the features. So this is a tabular representation of what the features are. So the live classes are not accessible for the basic plan and standard plan, but it's accessible for the premium plan. And then for the basic plan, they don't have access to download the videos on the mobile app, but for standard and premium, it's available. The revision classes are not available for the basic and standard plan, but it's available for the premium plan. Mock exams are not available for the basic and standard plan, but available for the premium plan. There's a discussion group which is not available for the basic and standard plan, but is available for the premium plan. Then I mean, like, other features which is accessible on laptops, smartphones, and tablets, quizzes and flashcards, study packs, support, and all of that are accessible to all plans. For the pricing, at the foundation level, this is the price list for the 4 courses, which also has the different plans. Yes, so for the basic, standard, and premium plan, these are the costs for that. Then also for the skills level, this is also the price list for the skills level, and then the various courses, the plans also. So you can choose any plan you want to go and any course you want to take to enroll. Then for the professional level, you'd also have this price list. This is the courses, the different plans, and the cost for them. For the ATS levels, for ATS 1, 2, and 3, this is also the price list for the tuition, and then basic, standard, and premium. So you can choose whichever is convenient for you. But like I said before, you can choose any of the plans for any of the courses. So if some people want to take some courses standard or premium, you can always do that. Then the timetable for the November diets, like I mentioned earlier, classes are held on Saturdays and Sundays. So this is a representation of the timetable that we have for this diet. Then for ATS also, this is the timetable. Classes are held on Saturdays and Sundays. So all our study materials are available on our website, www.iot.com.ng, and also on our mobile app, which is ICAN Online Tutors or IoT Academy. So you can either scan this barcode to install the new mobile app, or you can go to your Play Store on Android devices and App Store on iOS devices to install the app. It's pretty easy. Just type ICAN Online Tutors or IoT Academy and the app will pop up for you to install. Then this is the academic calendar for ICAN. The open day, which is today, the 4th of July. Then we also have which commences on the 11th of July. Then classes are scheduled to end on Sunday, September 27th. And then the mock exams is scheduled for October 3rd and 4th. Then we have revision classes for October 10th and 18th, and end of diet sensitization for October 24th, and the exams is to commence on the 17th to 19th of November. For the ATS academic calendar,
Sorry,
today's
Quinesta.
open.
Just
Yes,
to,
please.
sorry to disrupt you. Can you just go back to your previous slide?
Okay, which of them?
Yeah, so I think we need to confirm this exam date. It might not be 17th and 19th. It might come earlier. It might be between 12th and 14th from the information I got yesterday. So just for everybody to take note, the exam might be earlier by 1 week.
Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, so for the ATS, classes started on the 30th of May, and it's scheduled to end on the 9th of August. Then they'll be having the mock exams 23rd and 22nd and 3rd of August, and then revision classes for 29th to 6th, 29th of August to 6th of September, and then the end of diet sensitization or 19th of September, and the exams to hold on the 22nd and 23rd of September. So like I mentioned previously, our ICAN classes commences next weekend, which is the 11th of July 2026, and enrollment is currently open for persons who haven't registered yet. So yes, our prices increase. So we're scheduled to have like a price increase, but it has been extended, and so persons who are yet to take advantage of the previous price should do that before the deadline, which is 15th of July. Also, aside tuition, we assist to process every other thing. We process student registration, exemption, examination registration, transcripts, induction, and all of that for both ICAN and ATS. And also for other professional exams as well. So for more inquiries, you can visit our website at www.iot.com.ng, or you can send us an email at info@icanonlinetutors.com. You can also call us or send us a WhatsApp message on the numbers 07044576011 and 0811-0866-896. And then our office, you can also visit us at our office. The office address is at 5th floor, ICAN BUI, ICAN office, 82 Muritala Mohammed Way, Ebutemeta, Lagos. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Quinesta, for that enlightening session. And I'm sure some persons have questions, but please, we'd like to plead with you all to kindly hold on to your question or use the chat box, because we'll be moving on to the next session because of time. And the next session is our alumni session with one of our alumni here at IoT, the person of Mr. Kingsley Bassi. Mr. Kingsley, can you confirm if you're here?
As we all know, their success actually becomes more believable when you hear it directly from someone who has really experienced the journey as you are. That is why our next speaker, Mr. Kingsley, is going to be sharing his personal stories, the lesson learned, and how qualifying as a chartered accountant has actually transformed his career. So my dear all, please welcome our alumni speaker, Pastor
Kingsley.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Yomite and all the team of IoT. Please kindly confirm you can hear me clearly.
Absolutely and clearly.
Okay. Please apologies. I don't know what's wrong with my video, but please just bear with me. Mr. Yomite, can I go on?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'd like to say first that success begins with you. One of the reasons why I respect the ICAN examination and all the processes that we are put through is because every examination you scale through, you can beat your chest that, yes, this is me. I think just like what our speaker said, our tutor said at the course of the session, ICAN is not a body that you can say, oh, they just gave it to me. No, it's either you merit it or you do not merit it. When you qualify, like I said earlier on, it's not just because you handed, so you can always go back home and say, yes, my effort pays, my effort, is worth it, and it puts you in a position wherein you can say that no matter
Is it only me?
It's everyone. We can't hear him. We can't hear him. I think it should be the network. I'll reach out.
All right.
I think we can take maybe one question before it comes back.
Okay, while we
I have
are
a quick
with
question, please.
please, if you have
Okay,
a
good
question.
afternoon.
Yeah, so
All right. Emmanuel, you have your answer. Okay, James, continue.
yeah, please, I'd like to confirm, is there a specific timeline whereby it is expected of a student that has enrolled for ICAN to have completed, and he or she has not, he will have to like rewrite like maybe the papers he or she has written in the past. So I've seen something like that in one of ICAN materials, but I'm not very sure. I don't have the full knowledge of it, so I will need clarification on that, please.
Yeah, Mr. Oyami, would you like to answer that? Or
yes,
okay,
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
you
Thank
said
you
what?
so much.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Oyami.
Yes, that is the 10 rule. That's the 10 rule of ICAN, which actually signify that within 10 years, a student is expected to have passed a diet that he or she is expected to have passed the level that he or she is actually writing. However, ICAN has actually been silent on the 10 rule for about 2 years ago. So, and that rule for now, like I said, they have been silent on it. So that does not really apply at the moment. And however, let us also look at it. How is it possible for me to just be writing the same exam for 10 years without passing? It is not possible. That is what was read on the ICAN syllabus. And that is the 10th rule of ICAN examination. Thank you.
Okay, is that what is on the new syllabus now, Mr. Yomi?
Sir?
Because is that what's on the new syllabus now? Because I know
No, sir, it is not.
Okay, because I know I can replace the last I know of it is that I can replace it with a 5-year rule. And that 5-year rule applies to only the final level, the professional level, in which if you are unable to clear all your papers within that 5 years in your professional level, you would have to take all the papers again in that level.
Yes.
So that's the last we know of it. So, but I think they always put it in their publication, also exam publication. So Queen Esther, you might want to help us check this and confirm. So that person should reach out to our customer support team after this event. They would check, then they will give you a more accurate response to that based on that would be based on last diet. So we have to wait for this diet also to do if maybe the rule still remains or not, but I'm sure it will still remain if just as last diet. So is the speaker back? Is Mr.
No, I have a
Kingsley
question
back?
that is
Yes,
related
I'm
to
back.
what this.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so Mr.
Hello, can
Kingsley
you all
is
hear me?
back. So we will take more questions later. So let everybody stay muted for now, please.
Okay, all right. So I started by saying that success is never gifted to you. It is earned. This process, how long it's going to last through the preparation phase, for every one of us on this call, whether it's your first attempt, your second attempt, your third attempt, it's all about you. The beauty of this journey you're embarking on is actually the challenge. If anybody tells you that you just, go in, every diet is going to be easy and all of that, I'm sorry, it may not be so. Beyond me, your tutors, some of them have shared their own experiences with ICAN even today. Some courses that they thought that, it was, an easy walk in the park. They had references and all of that. But the beautiful thing is that as we move on through the journey, we move on with the mindset that ICAN is not a sprint. It is a journey. It is a marathon. All we just need to do is stay committed to the process, to the core. Just a bit of background. I am one of the top, senior management personnel in one of the multi-branches and, even across country retail organization here in Nigeria. My schedules are quite very tight. And I'm not saying that it just became very tight. All through my ICAN journey, it has always been, I'm not the 9 to 5, kind of worker. Sometimes I have to stay back in office and all of that. Through, that tight schedule, today I can boldly say that I'm certified and I'm qualified, as an accountant. So every one of us on this call, regardless of your schedule, how your office, nature, structure of your work is, you actually do not have an excuse. It's all about commitment. And for every one of you that have decided to enroll on this call partnering with IoT, I would strongly say that you can never get it wrong with IoT. My journey with my ICAN journey actually started with IoT and actually ended, the exam phase ended with IoT, and beyond the exam phase, relationship that I've established with even the back-end staff, Queen, the likes of Queen, Rachel, is ongoing. That's how, the IoT family, which maybe some of you may be, coming into for the first time, is. Now, I got involved with ICAN with the mindset of I want to add improved value to my work. Not just about passing the exams and having the certificate. I just have that long desire that every time, I have an opportunity to sit in an engagement, discuss with professionals. I just want to bring in value, beyond your exams. I strongly think that this is what ICAN as a profession shapes you to be. And that's why we're always, at home with the process, regardless of the challenge, the time that it takes for us to be grown, all the courses we need to attend, pass. We are patient with the body towards ensuring that we go through the process. If you look at professions like those in the law, or medicine, they will tell you that, professionalism is never, a walk in the park. But, with IoT, it makes it, they are structured to guide you and to make it very easy for you. So a journey that is supposed to take maybe 4 years or 5 years, I mean, you can be done within a year if you took exemption, or you can be done within 2 years. All right. So I'd encourage everybody. You have started well. Work with the plan of your tutors, right? And then work also with your own strengths. I love what one of the tutors said earlier on. Look at your strength, look at your capacity. As a matter of fact, starting up with what your passion, where your passion is, what drives you among the courses, for me, I think is a good way to start. It will encourage you when you start from there. It will encourage you to go further. In academics, we always told, start from the known to the unknown. Now, the journey for me was one that requires self-will, regardless of my schedule. It was one that requires self-will. It was one that requires commitment. And I'm also talking to us. This journey requires serious commitment on your part. As far as we're in this Nigeria, nobody will give you time. Everything will be jostling for your time. But if you want to be professional, you need to create time amidst your busy environment for yourself. It required that for me, I set up personal goal. It required that I set up, personal challenge. I was somebody that challenged myself earlier, every time every diet is coming. If I had 5 exams, maybe it's a new diet. I mean, I'm not saying you should do this, but this is me. So you know what works for you. If I am to attempt 5 diets, I register for all the 5 diets at once, and I just go in for the exams, because I strongly believe that in ICAN, knowledge is strongly connected. While we go all the route of standards, in SBRO, in FRO, and all the likes, there's certain knowledge, information that comes from audit, that comes from tax, that comes from your, FM, SFM, even your skill, level, that on that exam day, you may just want to borrow one line, one sentence, something that, you have heard or your lecturer has said in those that to just, score a point in the current exam that you're writing. So for me, it helped me a lot. I mean, my skill level, God helped me. I was able to, clear my papers. But coming to the professional level, my work, my job schedules and all of that, the time became lesser. But in it, I just kept going. I kept being steady. I never missed any diet, as it comes, whether I prepared well to my satisfaction or not. I just tend to go in, because for every day, I just feel that the longer I stay apart, from the exams, the worse as a person I would get, with my studies. So yes, for me, it required sacrifice. And for you, it will require sacrifice. Sacrifice, in terms of your finance. I mean, IoT does not come free. They are giving you quality. And just like we said in the business world, quality cost, all right? It will require you to sacrifice your pleasure. It will require you to sacrifice your comfort, all right? This process, this journey will require you to study smart, use materials provided by your IoT tutors. I mean, we're talking about some packs that are 900 pages, 1,000 pages. Your tutor have been there, they have done that, they have done it, they have summarized, they have crunched it, and area of focus, they have summarized it in their lectures, which, they are giving to you. I mean, having said that, it's important that for me, I had to study horizontally. By that, I mean, I had to try to cover every topic very well. That's the breadth of your study. And then I also try to study vertically. Vertically means at least 80%, just like somebody said, 80% of the courses within, the topics within these courses, ensure that at least, even if you have not exhausted them, just ensure that you have read through. Whether it's the, introduction, the technicalities around it, just ensure that, you have heard of this topic, you have read lightly, through it, and all of that. So yes, it will require you to study because of the time frame. As a matter of fact, it will require you to study smart, as you begin this journey. It also required, because it required me to apply myself and my learning, to practical work. Most of the ICAN exams today is all about case studies. They give you scenario. They want to see your applicability, how to, see how you have understood the theories, the concept, the numbers very well, and translate them into reporting and all of that. So even while you're on this journey, when you go back to work, it makes you a better person. Some of the topics your tutors would be, working with you on, you find them very helpful and relevant. And, as you apply them, when you sit on the exam, certain similitudes of what you have seen, real life experience through reading those cases, it makes it easy for you, when you are also attempting your question. The journey would require you to improve your writing skill, whether you love, numbers or you are the theory type. Just like one of our tutors has said, you must literally find a balance between numbers and between the theoretical aspect of things. I love theories a lot. I like telling stories. I like writing. So for me, in some of my exams, once I go in, there are some things that is called low-hanging fruit. There's the concept of low-hanging fruit. Pay attention to that. Mr. Yomite, Yonda, and the likes, when they teach you, they will tell you, this one will come out. This one is repeated. For me, those are your low-hanging fruit. And sometimes when you look through the ICAN examination, diet in, diet out, whether it is coming as a core focus or as a support to other topics within the exam, you will always find out that the surface, in some of your papers. So pay attention to low-hanging fruit. For me, they are easy, cashing in on, things that you can easily lay your hands. Fine, if they're coming in the exam, jump on it, write extensively well on them. That helps a lot. I've always said that compulsory questions is good for you to attempt them. In fact, you must attempt them. But by spending all your time solving compulsory questions alone does not make you ace ICAN. There have to be a fair share, across all the subjects, all the topics, all the tests, which is before you on that day that you're writing exam. So, things like groups, will always come forward, cash flows. In fact, the diet I passed FM, there was a whole lot of conversation around cash flow, indirect method, but just before that, weeks before I went into the exam, I just said, oh, I've not even looked at the direct method of cash flow. To cut the story short, lo and behold, that exam, that diet, that period, wanted us to answer cash flow using the direct method. And that was the last I wrote, in FROM. Appraisal techniques, things like this will always come up, ratio analysis and interpretation, your standards and how to connect them. These are literally low-hanging fruit. That you find them in tax, you find them in audit. Your teachers will point, please master them. You master them. They would help you easily ace your exam, because those are the things that were helpful to me as much as possible. I like to always say that being at the end of it all, what should drive you is the fact that at the end of it all, you can rest and you can boast to say that you're a qualified or you're a certified accountant. I always say that term, qualified or satisfied, upon you is a seal of approval anywhere you find yourself, whether you're going from jobs to job, whether you are scaling up, in the present job you are, maybe from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, for you, it is a seal of approval. And for me as a person, It has helped me a lot where I am, and it comes with a lot of, both financial and non-financial, benefits along the way. Some of these benefits include high-level professional recognition and credibility within that office that you are in. As a matter of fact, the day you become chartered, the way people will look at you in that office, change. Please, can anyone confirm you can still hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, great. All right. So for me,
yes,
my organization, immediately I became qualified. My organization, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for me, immediately I became qualified, my organization instantly was assured of trust and integrity. Where you are today, there are certain things in your office you will never be exposed to, because the people that are above you are also coming from a professional background. They understand what confidentiality is. They understand what integrity is. They understand the guidance and the efforts professional bodies are putting in place towards ensuring that their members fall in line. So until they are assured, and how they are assured is by that your certificate, until they are assured that, okay, this person, we can hold him. If there is anything, we can go to his profession. There are certain levels in that office, there are certain heights in that office you may not be exposed to. Personally, I've been asked to go and review, very questionable areas, within the business that has both financial and behavioral concerns. These are things that I don't get to, do before. But because I've become qualified, my office felt that I've gone through the length and breadth, I've been drilled enough to be able to handle these things and come back with an objective report. Yeah, so these are some of the benefits you will get, in professionalism and how it shapes you in the career space. Of course, being qualified comes with respect and recognition. All right. Whenever you are in any meeting, it comes with career growth and lucrative opportunities. Some of us do not want to port from where we are, even though you think that this is not where I'm supposed to be, because you just needed a certification to be able to get into the next level, get into the next quality kind of office or employment, that you desire. So all this should drive your aspiration to become qualified. Always look at the goal ahead. Sometimes you may have to forget the pain. Like they always say, there is no gain without, without a pain. So this process you are going, and for me, enjoy the process. Enjoy, the sacrifice. Enjoy the pain. Once you become qualified, leadership roles naturally are exposed to you. I mean, who else do they want to give to? Except, people that have become, professionals in certain fields. So within that department, leadership roles, organizations want to, as much as possible, build their team organically. It is only when they don't find hands within, that's when they look outside, new employment, they run adverts and bring in people, to come and occupy those roles. But most organizations, because, they feel that it will cost them, a bit less. So they want to look within. In fact, it is always part of their huge success story. When they say, oh, this person came into the organization, started from this way, and now, because of, the opportunities we give to our staff, they are scaled up to this. But while they are saying that, they forget that it is your own effort and your dedication, to become qualified that also opens up the opportunity for them to be that. So yes, leadership roles are open to you. Of course, with leadership roles, with huge expectations, come with huge reward, come with huge earnings. Some of us want to, be giving cars, giving drivers, certain incentives. Yes, naturally, those are benefits, that comes with it. For me, it has helped me to diversify on my career. ICAN has helped me to build a very strong foundation. Some of you beyond ICAN, you may want to try your hand on other professional bodies your way. For me, it has become easy because within those certifications as well, there are some programs that comes up that I think that ICAN has already drilled me on. So going into those exams, sitting for those papers, for me, is just like walk in the park. So it makes other certification you aspire, to get a bit, easy for you. Personally, I've enjoyed, privilege or professional network. I think for me, that's even the big plus. Like Mr. Yomite will always say that immediately you get qualified, IoT have goodies for you and all of that. You get the privilege to join the network of alumni and other professionals, professional chartered accountant. And I tell you, those platforms are usually amazing. They will strengthen your contribution in the workplace and help you, to hold your own very well in the wider spectrum of things, within the society. For me, some of this network has come in handy. For example, when the new Nigerian Tax Act came up, in fact, some of our tutors here and some of us that are working, you will know that businesses were just running helter-skelter. For me, it was easy because any question I have, we just drop it on that network. You see people that maybe are coming from, tax background, they work in tax offices, they just share those things with us. Certain templates you need is provided, the process of modification, adjusting how our structure would look like within the accounting environment, payrolls and all of that. It just came in easy. Interpretation of some of these new rules to my management, it came in easy because I had the privilege of, some of these network that being qualified, has exposed me to. Of course, it's an alumni platform. So until you are qualified, all right, you don't get to join those kind of platform. Also, it has also helped me to develop, specialized skills, on-hand specialized skills, on-hand application skills, when it comes to my daily functions. Mr. Yomite and your FRO teachers will always tell you, you are not there, in your studies until you are able to make your numbers to work. And that's where likes of ratio analysis, and interpretation come in handy. Today, I can boast that, as an accountant under me, you cannot, submit anything to me without appropriate scrutiny. All right. In fact, my MD will always say that send it to Kingsley before you submit it or before it is presented to management. Because if you're an accountant and you've come to do a shoddy job, it will never pass me. It will never pass me. It will be an easy pick for me to pick up what the flaws is and tell you, to go and strengthen up certain areas. So it has, even risk management skill area, it has helped me to strengthen myself in those like. Above all, strategic value to the top echelon of my organization is what me becoming a professional today has helped me. I've been able to provide support to my organization in the aspect of regulatory compliance. Being professional has empowered me to collaborate, with other professionals from other fields. So when it comes to, how, there's a board meeting, there's a management meeting, everybody is sitting, you have professionals that are coming from different fields. I could hold my own when it comes to finance, sitting at that table and nobody, is taking you, for a ride. So when conversations are coming up, no matter how logically, good or beautiful is sound, we come in to assess those decisions objectively, with our SFM skill, with our FRO skill, with our, regulatory skills, and say, no, it may sound good, but if you go along this line, these are likely some of the exposures the organization is going to face. It has really helped me in that regard a lot. It has also helped me to support the business in terms of growth. One of the things I can boast of is that my organization is growing, every year. We can always take bold steps to say we want to open branches, we want to expand, because we, when you are sitting at management table, you are not emotional about anything. And that's one of the things that being a professional will strengthen you to become. So it's not because the target to open 30 branch and then you as a professional sitting on that table, you just go and join them and say, okay, let us open. No. We have to put everything on the table. Is it what are the risks that are involved? Is it worth it? Are we okay with just managing 12? Would our bottom line be better? Those are the kind of value business organizations and top, echelons or the management team would want you to bring in when you become qualified. And this journey will strengthen your position in that regard. All right. It has also helped me to become efficient, in leading my team. So yes, I want to congratulate and celebrate every one of you that have started this journey. Once again, I'm going to say this: go through the pain. It will not be easy. All right. Go through the pain, be patient about it. It is worth it. The money you are spending, the time you're waiting, your tutor gives you, beyond your lectures, gives you maybe certain questions, to go and try and submit to them. Please follow them on the process. Follow them on the process. One of the beautiful that I enjoy during my writing of my exams is I don't really need to go and cram a question that I saw in Pathfinder, because there were deliberations, there were discussions, there were what to look out for in every concept. For example, maybe you're looking at standards, all what to at the aspect touching on technical definitions, measurement, recognition, when to pass adjustment for the recognition, ethical considerations here and there that pops out in your exams. You're always exposed to them. So being in IoT, beloved guys, I tell you, it is worth it. Work with your teacher while you're working with them. If anything jumps at you, because of course, your teacher, I know they are very truthful and they're very frank with you. They will not be able to exhaust everything. And so they'll also be giving you reading plans, all right, at your own time. Please follow the reading plan, all right? I will say this again. If I can, you can. If I can, I miss my very hectic schedules. As I'm talking to you, I'm sending reports, I'm running analysis, I'm doing a whole lot of things. This was how I wrote ICAN. So if I can, why not? You can. So thank you, everyone. I hope I've been able to share my story a bit with you guys and encourage everyone. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for walking us through your experience and your ICAN journey. And I'm sure some persons here do have questions for you. If you have a question, please kindly raise your hand and we will call upon you to unmute your mic and go ahead. So let's start with, I think we have Solaja Tajuddin. Solaja Tajuddin, your hand is raised. Kindly unmute and go ahead with your question. Tajuddin, can you hear me? Okay, let's move on to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, your hand is raised. Do you have a question? Okay, please, everyone, kindly check your screen. If you don't have a question, please drop your hands down so we can know those who have questions. Hope Toyosi, I think you just raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon.
The question I have is, I just wanted to ask about this not being eligible to write ICAN again. When I graduated from school, like when I got my BSc, that was 2021. I started ICAN 2022. That time there was an exemption, so I just wrote the professional stage, the final stage. But since 2022, I have not had time to write it at all. So now I want to write it now. I just wanted to know if I still have the exemption and does the 5 rules still count? That's what I want to know.
Okay. Okay, so good afternoon. I would like to answer that. So first of all, kindly confirm what level you enrolled for previously.
The professional level.
Okay, so have you written any of the courses at that level?
Yes, I wrote corporate reporting, but no, I think advanced. I think they've changed the name now to SBM or something.
SBR.
Yeah, but during my time it was corporate reporting. Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing to do is to check your exam status on the ICAN website, or your student portal rather. If you can still see the courses that you should take, then that means your status is still active with ICAN.
Okay. Okay. But what about the 5 years rule? Is it still like, I mean, after? Because next year we'll make it the 5 years.
Okay, also, sorry, up to you. I think this is up to you. Just, I think the best way, we would have to refer some questions to our customer support because of time. So chat them up, and when you are chatting them up, ask for Queen Esther, ask that you want to speak with Queen Esther specifically. So she will give you all the details.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So, but I am sure the 5-year rule will still stand. So if you started in 2022, I think by the end of 2027, you are expected to have completed the exams. So, but she will confirm all the details anyways. So we'll go to because of time, because this program was supposed to end at 1 p.m. and this is past 1, so we can you need to quickly take the questions. So Shola Tajuddin. Okay. Shola Tajuddin is still asking.
I think he raised his hand by mistake because he hasn't responded.
Okay, Aborisha de Israel.
I'm number 2, and no one called me.
Just hold on. We are going to take questions one by one.
My question has been answered.
Okay. So, Essay, I think I'll allow you to continue taking the question because I don't know how they raise their hands. I'm just calling them at random.
I think Tajuddin and Emmanuel, I'm not sure they are still with their device. So let's move on to Adewale Foster Aileru.
Right.
Good
afternoon. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Tajuddin, can you hear us?
Okay, let me hold on. Tajuddin.
I can hear you. Hello. I can hear you. Yes. My questions have been answered.
Okay, please lower your hands once your questions are answered. Please lower your hands once your questions are answered.
So what about you, Mr. Emmanuel? Your hand is still raised. Do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
I need a clarification on someone who has registered for a long time but have not been able to write the exam concerning the issue of this annual due for students. So do I need to pay those years of the accumulated years of for the annual due before I can write the exam? Because I want to write this in November. That.
Yes, the simple answer is yes. So for more details also, you can reach out to our customer support. Queen Esther, please put the number in the chat. Yes, but the simple answer is yes. So we have to move to the next question.
Okay, Mr. Adewale, you are next. Adewale Foster Aileru.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the callers. I would say we should reserve the greetings. Okay. All right. I'll go straight to my question and comments. First, I'm somebody who got on ICAN 2004. I read electronics, electrical engineering. I was in banking industry then. I was like, hey, let me understand what they're talking about here. So I did foundation then 2004. More than 22 years after, I came back to say, well, this thing that I did that time, let me try and complete it. And I did the May diet, courses have changed. So why my question? I'm also somebody who believes that for a course like this, better done in class as against online. And why? Sometimes you write down, you practice the question, So I just need, because I was referred to, because of my schedule, and like the last caller said, sometimes you are not available in class, they've gone past, and there was nothing to go back to. So that's why I'm living where I was before, and I was referred to come here. But I just need those assurances that even this online, you want to prepare an account, it's going to be where it's not like talking through, but there will be real practical section where, I mean, I understand the question that will be given to us, assignment and the rest, but where there will be a walkthrough in the class when this is done. Just some form of reassurances on this, because I'm unable to see any of the videos to see how the typical classes goes for. So that's all I need. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Okay, I don't know,
Hernandez.
sir. Mr. Lioni.
Who is speaking?
Sorry, this is the alumni. I don't know if I can just jump in briefly on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so for my brother that asked that question, please, you have no fears at all. My ICAN journey, like I said, it was with IoT. There was no physical class. I cannot. For me, it is not possible for me to say I want to go and sit down in one physical classroom. It was not possible. All right. I follow through with IoT. All the fears around materials, you will be seeing it depending on what you whether it's maybe I think that's the premium platform. Yeah, if you enroll, I think for premium or so, it will be literally like a live class, The calculations, the boards are there, your teachers are writing, you're explaining, you're taking down your notes, or you have even a handout, that you can just be looking. It even saves you time while you're just enjoying and listening, to the explanation, whatever recordings you can do when you're going to work in the morning. For me, I just put the lectures on play while driving in Third Mainland Bridge traffic, and you just keep hearing those things. It just keeps refreshing, making my brain just keep thinking about those courses. So yes, I think I will be the best person to answer that question. I'm assuring you that you will get value in IoT.
Thank you for the reassurances. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, so it's just like a physical class, to be honest. And the only thing is that you're studying from your convenience. So yeah, from the onboarding message, when you enroll also, we advise you to go through the onboarding message. We give you some tips to ensure that you don't get distracted while you are attending the classes. So, for example, if you have your children, try to talk to them that you'll be having classes and you don't want them to disturb. Put your phone on DND or on silent, and or put them away so that you don't also get distracted. So we try as much as possible to make it physical. You will have a whiteboard on your screen also, just like you have a whiteboard in a physical class. And we write and we don't type. Most of the courses, they write, like they're writing on the whiteboard, just like they write on whiteboard in physical classes. So we try to make it as lively as possible, as interactive as possible, and make it look as physical as possible also. So thank you very much, Mr. Bassi, for that. So Rachel, you can go to the next person.
Okay, Chidima Obiekwe, you're next. Kindly unmute your mic and ask your question. Chidima, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon, everybody.
I can hear you. No, this is Chidima Obiekwe speaking now. It's not Georgia Chidima.
Okay.
Please, can you make yourself Georgia Chidima? Good afternoon. Hello,
Good afternoon. This is good. Go ahead, Chidima.
All right. Thank you, all our tutors. Is it tutors I will call? I don't know. Okay, my question is, before I started writing ICAN, with my BS, I was given exemption, and I was to write the remaining 4. Then along the line, I now wrote the course and passed FR, and I got my master's on the line too. Now, what am I going to have another exemption with my master's? That's the first question. Then the lecturers that are teaching FM, yes, it's just one person because I wrote it the last time and I failed it. My question is now can he concentrate more on the particular questions they normally ask, especially bond? Because when I was reading my own, I was just reading from the first pages before I would get to the last, and all that exam was already at the corner. So I'm asking, I don't know if you will help me reach the person teaching, if you can concentrate more on the major questions that ICAN is now asking on FM currently, because we just changed the courses. the course to FM, I think. So that's my question. Thank you.
Okay, Chidima, thank you. So, as regards your exemption eligibility, kindly reach out to customer support, and probably, I mean, the customer support should be able to respond to that. As regards your second question, as regards FM, yes, majority of that course is taken by Mr. Latuji Wahab. And I don't know if he's still on this call, but your message will be passed because I think Mr. Nyonda, you're also involved in financial management, right? Yeah, so that's feedback for you and your FM team. So I don't know. I'm sure you understand the question better.
Mr. Uwem.
As well as
is also taking the
also.
FM. There are three.
Yeah, so I think that's feedback, but I don't know if you want to say anything also add to or respond to what she has said. Maybe you can also respond. That's what Mr. Asia. But I know Mr. Latuji Wahab takes most of that cost anyway.
Yes, sir.
So,
thank you so much.
So, Mr. Yanda, do you want to add any? Do you want to respond or add anything to?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ridwan. So to the first question that she asked, so if you have your word, a master, I think they'll give you additional word exemption, which is only for audit. So that is one. And regarding your second feedback on the financial management, so I think that will be taken into consideration as well, because most of the time is what is based on the syllabus, that guide the lecturer on the way we deliver the class. But that has been taken into consideration and what we cannot use.
So next question, Nisi.
Okay, we have Leye. Sorry if I pronounced that wrongly. Please go ahead with your question.
Leye.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Leye, if you can hear us ask a question.
Okay, Mr. Tajuddin, your hand is still raised. I don't know if you have another question.
Yeah, before you come to Mr. Tajuddin, I think you should allow others.
Okay, Mr. Who else? I think these are the only three persons.
Mr. Leye is unmuted, so let's take
Okay,
Mr.
go ahead,
Leye.
Mr. Leye.
Good afternoon. Thanks for everything you.
We can't hear you, sir.
Good afternoon. I don't know if you can hear me very well now. Good afternoon.
The volume is very low.
We can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay. Yeah, I've been with IoT for quite about 2-3 diets now, and I can attest to the fact that the little experience I had about them is fantastic, and I'm still with them. I will be writing this next diet, November diet. I'm already in the professional level, and I started with them from skills, though it took me a while to finish from skills. I think I spent 2 diets to finish the whole skills thing. One thing that I want to really say is because of most of us that we run this online thing with data, and data is not friendly these days. One thing I've discovered sometimes with most of our videos, both the live class, because I started with premium, later I come to standard, and now I'm going to likely run on a basic, is the span, the length of most of our classes and the videos. I felt that our classes are unnecessarily, what will I call it now, spanned. Because I don't know, maybe because how students actually ask questions and how the tutors also drive the class. So by the time you are going through the same class, the same video, it takes you more, it requires you more to spend data looking at the class. Class that's supposed to span for like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, you end up possibly spending 3 hours still looking at one videos. And we usually place like 10-15 videos in a diet. So I want our tutors to work on that, how they can help us manage class in such a way that the recordings will be within space of 1.5 hour, 2 hours max, so that we will always maximize our resources. But the quality of your video, fantastic. Lecture delivery, fantastic. Only for the issue of having class to be unnecessarily spanned or stretched beyond what I feel, except for few tutors like those who handles our the audits and SFM, then PM, then, but our SBR or our FR is very, I can't say it's it's overstretched, and we are spending money for this data procurement and usage. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ayanda. Your hands are raised.
Yeah, so I think I'll also be part of people to respond to what the last speaker just make mention of. You know, let's say for example now, it depends on the word, on the subject, and I think you make mention of word or FR. So let's say for example now, if the class is set up for like 2 hours, you know that, let's say for example now, I'm taking words IFRS 9, which is financial instruments. There are some topics that it is easy that I can cover it within 2 hours, and there will be a minimal question. So meaning that what student will not really ask question a lot. Let me give you one example, just like student for foundation as well. If I'm taking them, let's say for example, I'm taking them what now, control account. I think someone
Hope Clarity, kindly mute your mic.
Yeah, I think it's fine now. So let's say for example now, I'm taking foundation and I'm taking them control account. Now in control account now, one of the basic things is what is the format. So once I can able to give them this is the format for receivable, this is the format for what, for payable, it is easy to what. So if the class is set up for what, for 2 hours, within 2 hours, I can complete that particular topic and there will be a little question that student will ask. That's one. But there are some certain topic whereby it will take a word. I can remember, because that's why I said that let me answer this particular question. I usually take management accounting at foundation level. And I can remember I spent like 2 hours to solve one particular question for them in one of the diets. So what are the 2 hours in terms of what? Because I know that that particular topic is not easy. So I will not want to be like a what now? Oh, someone asked me a question. And I'll say that, okay, I will respond at the end of the class. You know, the lecturer can say that, okay, as I'm going through it, which me personally, I like it as a student. That, oh, Mr. Ridwan is taking me something. And if I don't understand, I should be able to say that, oh, Mr. Ridwan, please, can you explain that thing again for me? So rather than waiting till the end of the class before I was able to now attend to that particular student, I'm just using myself as an example. So I know it is very expensive even now in terms of the data, and that is one of your major bottleneck. But I also want you to see it in terms of from other student perspective, in terms of, oh, maybe the student, the lecturer is not questioning into consideration. You know, that will serve as a bottleneck to your studies as well. Because me personally as a student, I would like my lecturer to be able to oh, I'm taking this particular something. If you don't understand, then you can able to raise up your hand. Oh, please, can you explain this thing briefly again? Then I would like it. But from the duration of the time, or maybe if you are going back to the class, that is the cost. But I can bet you that the benefit will be from the student asking that question, it will be greater than the cost. So it is the topic and it is also the student. So that's one thing I would just say regarding that. So sorry about that. And I know that the numbers of MP is very expensive in Nigeria now. So, but I think that's also part of the words. That's also part of the cost that you are praying. And I pray that the benefit will outweigh the cost in the long run as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ayanda. That was well responded to, but I would just add one more thing in terms of that. I think if you're on the standard or premium plan also, for you to avoid incurring this data every time, what you can do is, like, for example, if you have Wi-Fi in your office space, just go there, download all the videos at once. So just use the data to download all the videos. Then you can now watch the videos offline. I guess some of you don't know this feature is available. If you don't have Wi-Fi or like that in your office, or maybe you are not in paid employment or anything else, you can actually find these spots in different cities where they have unlimited Wi-Fi that you can go to. Could be even a friend's house that you can go to, and that has unlimited, or a friend's office that you know that they have unlimited data Wi-Fi. Just go there, download all the videos, then watch them offline. So this is another thing I can suggest to you. There's also like unlimited this thing now in Nigeria also, but it's still limited to some certain areas. But I know Airtel has a wide coverage. I know MTN has limited coverage, but I'm sure Airtel, I mean, I use the one for Airtel. I pay, I think, 25,000 naira every month. Is unlimited. So I mean, I just download all the, I mean, if I was just you or I know somebody that has it, I could just go there and download all the videos at once, and I can access them offline. Yeah, we understand the data issue. Also, we're also working. NCCC, is it NCCC? That's Nigeria Communications Commission. Also, they are working on this zero-rated project where they are saying for some educational institutions that they want to make sure that students are able to access learning materials at zero data. So we are also partaking in that discussion, and hopefully they will consider us also as one of the institutions that people will be able to access their courses, because just really understand that data this thing, we get this feedback and we understand the pain, to be honest. We really understand the pain. We're working hard also from our end to ensure that you incur the minimum data possible so that the cost is not heavy on you. Thank you so much for that. Rachel, please take the next question.
Okay, so we'll take one more question before we move on to the next session. Ilesomi Usayo. Can we go ahead with your question?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Ma. Welcome on board.
Thank you. So I'm a new person. So I've finished school for like over 10 to 11 years. And I've not been in line of accounting, though I did accounting for ND and SC. So now what I just want to be, I want to be assured that if I'm coming for this class, because I'll be starting from skills level, and trust me, I've forgotten everything about accounting. Don't lie. So so I want to put my trust in you that coming here will be easy, and it will be easy for me to come back to class, because actually I've somebody that referred me to another place that they are going to bring me back to the classroom, then they will make it. But then my sister that works in ICAN said I should use you guys. So I want to ask a question that I hope I can rely on you. And trust me, the assimilation level is not like the way it used to be because of family wahala, children wahala. So I've not really gone back to serious reading. I've only been doing things related to calculation, data analysis, and all that. So it does not involve reading. So when I open a page, the way I struggle to assimilate is not easy. So I'm hoping that you guys will be able to help me. So that's all from me.
Ilesomi, thank you so much for that wonderful question. We don't pay our, what do we call it? We don't pay people to testify for our success. And we don't pay our alumni to come and tell some sweet story of what we are not doing. Results shows. And you can, if you browse through the internet, you will see various testimony on it. Then, if you check through the YouTube video, you will see some of our lectures, which we call some free lectures that we actually push out for you to have a feel of how our lectures are. Our classroom, our lectures are always interactive, and it has been broken down to the level. In fact, if it be, we assume zero knowledge for all participants. We don't assume somebody already have this, already have that. We take everything down to the lowest level so that you could actually understand everything. So coming to us, ideally, you always have various choices to leave, while people will always recommend and do all sorts. But give it a try, and I bet it with you, you never regret taking that decision. Result speaks louder than any other thing. Thanks so much for that. My boss, Yada, would like to add more to that.
No, Young Mighty, I've done that. I like the question, to be honest, because at least is and one thing I would just say from my end is just be what just have a change of word of mindset that even at least you come from word from a little bit at least from accounting background. So I'm sure that even if it is 20 years ago, it's not like someone that is coming from engineering. So still believe in that word, that existing knowledge, and create more time for it, because I can bet you even someone that come from finance, like maybe 20 years ago, just like you make mention, is different from someone that is coming from a lawyer. One of my foundation students is a lawyer. So you can see that, well, you have not heard the principle of double entry before, but I'm sure that you know that for every debit, there's credit. So please have that confidence that, oh, at least I'm from finance now, so no matter what, because we have engineering here too now. So just be calm, and I pray rewards at the end of the day to be good for you, man. So thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, everyone. Okay, someone wants to say something?
No, Richard, I just want to call on you.
Please, hello, Mr. Idowu Layerni. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
That
Go
is
ahead.
phonetics. You use phonetics to call my boss name.
Please, my question that you were answering, my network logged me out. I didn't hear anything. Please help me answer. Yes, thank you.
Remind me of the question.
Okay. I was talking about pertaining the masters. If I'm going to be given another
Yeah, I think it's
exemption.
master and yeah.
And
I think I remember.
The FM
And or financial
management.
management.
FM. Oh, okay. I can remember now.
Okay,
so I think my Mr. Inyoda answered the one on the masters, and I think I said you should reach out to what I said was that reach out to the customer support team as regards your exemption, and anybody that wants to ask about exemption should reach out to the customer support team. They will give you a more accurate answer. And as regards the FM, what you said about FM, I said, yeah, we know that Mr. Olatunji Wahab is the main person for financial management, but Mr. Yoda is also involved, and Mr. Owem is also involved. So unfortunately, Mr. Olatunji, I don't think Mr. Olatunji Wahab is still on this call, but it will be taken to him since Mr. Yoda is here now. He will take your feedback to Mr. Olatunji Wahab, because it's like a team. There are three of them, but Mr. Wahab takes most of it anyways. So for the MSc, Mr. Yoda said it's audit you'll be exempted from, but I will still advise you reach out to the customer support team. They'll give you a more accurate response.
Yeah, I think this one is also from the ICAN website as well. So if you have a word, if your BSc is accredited,
yes. The problem now is it's only two courses that is remaining for me. That is the FM and PSAF. So what I'm asking, is there anywhere that can exempt me any of them? That's my question, because that's the only
No.
That's the only thing remaining course I'm writing.
Your letter says that means it's gone. So they won't be able to exempt. If it's not a course that it is listed on the exemption, they won't be able to exempt you. So forget, you have to take those ones.
Oh my God! So since I've passed the FR, they cannot swap it.
No. They won't be able to. They won't be able to swap it. No, they won't be able to swap it. So
Please, I have a question.
Thank you.
Yes, we will take further questions. We have to move to the next session. At the end of the next session, we'll take further questions. If you are unable to take your questions on this call, after the event, you can still send your questions to us through the through our customer support team, and the number is 070-4457-6011. It will be put in the chat box now. And for those of you from outside Nigeria, don't forget to put the country code, which is +234. So thank you, Rachel. Please, let's move on to the next session.
Okay, thank you everyone for your contribution. Okay, success is not just about our classes, it's also about having the right support. And in this next session, you'll see that you'll be learning about ICAN Online Tutors Academy Learning Experience, our LMS, mentorship, as well as our student support. And this session will be taken by the head of our technical team, Tubosun Adioye. Tubosun, can you confirm you can hear me and you're on this call?
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you.
Yeah, I
No,
can hear you as
Tubosun,
well.
can you hear me? Okay, yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining today's section. So my name is Olatubosun Adoye, and I'm the IT team lead at IoT. And in this section, I'll be walking you through LMS, showing you how you can navigate the platform and make the most of its features. So I'll be sharing my screen. So give me some seconds. Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we
Yes, we
can
can.
see
I
your
can see your
screen.
screen.
Okay, so this is our website, ICAN-onlinetutors.com or iot.com.ng. This is the home page. So for new users, those who are yet to register with us, what you have to do is sign up on our website to create an account. So you basically would fill in your information and sign up. While for existing users, those who already have an account, you log in. So I'll be logging into an account to show you a demo. Okay, so once you logged in, you'll be taken to the dashboard. And if not, probably you are taken to another page. What you have to do is click on your profile name at the top right here, then click on dashboard and you'll be brought to this page. So if you've enrolled or registered for some courses which you've made payment for, you will see them here on your dashboard. Which are my courses. So these are the courses under this account. So to access any of the courses, just click on Start Now, and you see all the contents for the course. So we have 3 tabs here. We have all contents, we have quizzes, we have flashcards. For the all contents, we have the videos, lesson notes, which are structured in sections for each diet. So to access the videos, you go to whichever diet you want to access the videos for. Then you see all the lessons there. So click on whichever videos you want to access. You can play them. You can also skip forward 10 seconds, skip backward, increase the speed, or change to full screen. So likewise for the lesson note as well, all you have to do is go to the lesson note section to access the lesson materials. Click on them to access. So here it is. You can also save it if you would like to save it, maybe for offline or to print it out, and save it by clicking on this button, which is the save. For some browser, you will see a download button instead of this save. They work the same way. So just click on it to save, and you save it whichever folder location you want. So let's move to the quiz. So we have quizzes that just to test your knowledge, to support your studies. So we have quizzes for various topics. You can choose for whichever topic you want to access. So for the quizzes, there are multiple choice questions, and here they are. So just read through the questions, pick your answers, and when you are done, you should submit. Click on this, you confirm that all answers are finals, and you can submit. So after submitting, you get to see your grade. You can retake the quiz if you like. Then for all questions, you get to see the correct answers and explanations. So those which you got wrong, you see the correct answers, you see the explanations as well. So in case of next time. So once you are done for a quiz for a particular topic, you can click on complete and continue to move to the next topic. So in the next section, that is quiz 2. After I'm done with this, so you move to the next one. For the flashcard as well, go to the flashcard section, see all the flashcard for various topics, and select whichever one you wish to start with or to access, and it shows you the flashcard. So you see the flashcard, you see a question. If you wish to check the explanation, you click the view explanation. You can also click the explanation. So I know your our flashcard was. So also click on next. Like this flashcard now, we have 20 flashcards per topic for this course. So once you are done with one, click on next, move to the next question. Once you are done, click on next to see the next question. And once you are done for this particular topic, you click on complete and continue to move to the next one. Like that, till you are done accessing all. So I think that's pretty much it for the website. I'll be logging in via my phone now to show you mobile app. So give me some seconds. Okay, please confirm you can see my screen as well.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this is our mobile app, which is available on both Play Store and Apple Store. Just by searching for IoT Academy, you can download and install on your mobile devices. It works on mobile phones, Android, iPhones, and tablets or iPads. So once you logged in, you will be taken to this home page. And if you are enrolled in a course, you see the courses here at the top, which is my courses. So these are the courses for this account. You can access them from here. Then we have top courses, which are other courses which we offer. You can browse to them if you like to purchase. You can also search by categories for all courses we offer as well. So another important section is this my courses at the bottom, the third options. which is pretty much the same as my courses at the top here. So you can either access your courses from here on the home page or go to this my courses page. You see all the courses which you are enrolled in. You see them here. And if you started taking some courses, probably you have been watching some videos. So you see the courses here in progress. So by chance, maybe you didn't see the courses here in pending, check in progress for the courses. So same way, if you want to access the course, click on the course you want to access. So we have 3 tabs here as well. Course content, quizzes, and flashcards. They are structured the same way as the website. We have video lectures sections, lesson notes sections. So if you wish to access the videos, go to the video lectures section for whichever diet you want to access and click on the videos. So you click on the play button. You can also skip forward by double tapping by the right side of the video on your screen. To skip backward, same process, double tap backwards on your left side. You can also increase the playback speed by clicking on these 3 dots at the bottom right here to increase the play speed. Then the lesson note as well, go to the lesson note section, open whichever lesson notes you wish to access. So here's the lesson notes. If you also want to save it, maybe for offline, probably you want to print it out, you can click on this icon at the top right. Then open with other apps on your phone, WPS, PDF reader, then save it to your to a folder on your device, then you can print it out from there. Also, we have a download option for videos and lesson notes, which is for those who enrolled in standard and premium plan. So here's the download button by the right side of the video. Once you click on this icon, it starts to download. You can also check the progress on your notification bar. Here it is. So it's downloading. And same for the lesson note as well. You can download them. And once it's downloaded, you see the icon will change to this downloaded button here, which shows it has completely downloaded. So for the quizzes, go to the quiz. You see all the quiz for all topics. So click on whichever one you want to access there. Then click on Start Quiz. So you can answer the questions. So once you are done, same thing. Click on Finish, then Submit. You get to see your grade and also the correct answers to the questions you got wrong and their explanation. For the flashcard, go to the flashcard. You see all the flashcard for each topic. Click on it to access. So it works the same way as the website as well. Click on Show Explanation to view the explanation. Click on Show Question to see the questions. Then these 2 buttons are just to go to the next question for a flashcard. So once you click on the arrow, you go to the next set of questions. So once you are done for a topic, you can click on Complete and Continue to go to the next one. As you can see, we are on the second topic. Again. So to access the downloaded content like videos and lesson notes, all you have to do is go back, then click on Account below. Then you see Downloads. So you click on Download. Then these are the videos or content I've downloaded for some of the courses, like Advanced Tax, I've downloaded 2 videos here. So you can access the downloaded videos here offline. So yeah, I think that's all. So once this is downloaded, it will also show me this sign here that it has completely downloaded. Then I can access it from the download section. So that's all on how to access the website and mobile app. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Tubosun. And we've already come to, it's already 2 p.m. and we are way behind schedule. So we'll take just one more question before we come to the end of today's program. And Becky Osaya, I don't know if you can hear me. Please go ahead with your question.
Yes, I can.
Okay, please go ahead with your
please,
question.
I just want to. Okay, thank you very much. Please, I just want to find out that this download and offline facility. Can we do that with can we do that on the web with using our system? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, so the download feature is only available for the mobile app and tablets. So you can only download using your the mobile app and tablets, not on the web.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I think a few hands are still raised, but unfortunately, we won't be able to take any more questions. Kindly send all your questions to our customer support team line, 070-4457-6011. I'll take that again, 070-4457-6011. Just send your message and you'll be attended to. And just in case you're outside Nigeria, please don't forget to add the country code +234 before imputing the number. So as we wrap up today's open day, I hope you leave with one important realization, that success in ICAN isn't reserved for a selected few, but with the right mindset, consistent effort, and with the right support system, it's absolutely achievable. On behalf of everyone at ICAN Online Tutors Academy, thank you for spending your time with us today. We truly appreciate your participation, your questions, and your enthusiasm. We look forward to welcoming many of you into our learning community and celebrating your success stories in the near future. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, and we wish you every success on your ICAN and ATS journey. Thank you.